How's
No,
everybody
I'm
doing
good.
today?
Fucking D&D.
Well, welcome to Daggers and
It's
Diplomacy,
okay.
where we sometimes host and play D&D.
Oh wait, I just realized Daggers and Diplomacy.
Welcome-
D&D.
welcome
Holy
to-
shit.
Welcome to
Right.
Nerds and Herds, where we herd
Wow.
sheep.
See, where we
I don't know what to
sometimes
say
host
to that.
and
Welcome
play
to
D&D.
Sailors and Shanties.
Oh
where,
wait, I just
the only
realized
sailor
Daggers
in
and
here
Diplomacy.
doesn't know
Welcome-
why we even
welcome
Holy
to-
shit.
And-
Yeah.
Welcome to
Right.
Nerds and Herds.
Now we
where
are ready
herd
to head
sheep.
for the horn.
What?
Way, hey, roll and go.
Alright, so... it's been a couple weeks. Last week
That's a bit-
we didn't have enough players.
My bad.
So
But
how...
I-
But
Uh-huh.
that's okay. It was a holiday. People had plans.
But
Yeah, it was Memorial Day.
It was Memorial Day.
Yeah.
he said but.
What?
So, guys, how the fuck are you? Are you ready to get to D&D tonight?
Hey, no swearing. I'm
Hey.
alright though.
That
Uncalled
was-
for.
That was
Hey.
quite aggressive. Now
No,
you scared
Yeah.
me.
no
Oh.
swearing in this Christian.
All right, all right.
I'm
Well,
scared.
Oh, on
You scared me.
on the
Tim and
on
Logic.
the atheists stream channel, no swearing on this Christian atheist stream
Yeah,
channel.
no swearing on this Christo atheism server.
Wait, did you stop it and turn it back on again?
D&D does not stand for Demon and Devil.
Whoa, that was
D&D
really
stands for love and affection. Let's play.
God and Jesus.
God
God
and
and Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Ain't that
God,
just
God
the
and
witness?
Jesus, the two G's.
Oh boy, that took me a bit.
I did not roll an at 20 to summon Satan.
To summon Stan.
Probably a good thing.
Roll D20 to pray.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask: does anyone remember what happened last time?
No.
No?
Somebody
I do.
take notes.
So Macmillan had a real
Macmillan.
long ritual. We
Oh
followed
yeah,
it.
that's right. Sorry, I
And-
was doing my 13-hour fucking ritual.
Yes.
And then we
Sorry,
went
I
back.
couldn't sew up to the
Lady Crow Talonfoot. That's
Oh,
Miss Crow's Toes.
Miss Gross.
Yeah,
that's
regional
right.
ruler
It was
of the city of
like, yo,
Rakdos.
go hunt down these shadow wolves, and we fought the shadow wolves in the sewers. And then we went back to the Church of Rakdos to get some sleep.
And then
Oh, yes,
was
some-
I
was
pinch
gonna
toesed.
Yeah,
I
actually, that's
pinch nosed Crow's Toes.
Some
I was-
weird blind seer lady talked to Veneer.
I was
I think
gonna read actually.
Yeah, and
So-
you took notes on what she said to you, right?
Something about Scourge chasing me. I didn't particularly like that bit, but
I don't think
I
you
would-
have to like it, but that's okay.
I'm like,
Oh yeah, and
who's
then
chasing whom here?
I called her a racial slur because she called me a racial slur back.
You know, it'd been funny
And
if
so
he
that
said
was
someone
fun.
was chasing him because he's a robot. But it's
Fucking Miss Crow's Toes.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to read, but there's a very specific reason why I want to read because I'm learning things. So
Nori, I can't read.
I can believe
Thank
that.
anyway, so
Yikes!
I want to look into shadow shit. I don't know what we're fighting, to be honest.
What
But
if we
I'm
all
gonna
made
look
commoners who
into it.
couldn't read?
But the
Average
problem
D&D
is,
commoner.
So you
Oh.
kind of want to look into these
They
shadow
can.
creatures.
I do, but I'm gonna need help. So
Hello.
it's very specific
Hello.
that it matters that I'm up.
All right, so
Back-
I was gonna say, so of the 5 of you,
I'm gonna finish the 13 of the rest of the 12 hours of my ritual.
Okay,
all
Did
of
we
level.
rest in a church of chaos?
so of the
That's
5
such
of
an
you, you guys
performance.
all have currently 2 missions that or 2 things that are happening in town that you know about. One of you also knows about a third thing that is going on in town that everyone will be made privy to in the future. And if you guys are ready to start, then I am ready to go ahead and get this rolling.
There was a murderer by the name somewhat similar to like a Jack the Ripper type, but like a lady, right?
It was an
Steve
elven
the
woman.
Ripper.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Elven woman.
Jane the
Sure.
Ripper.
Jane
Jane
And
the
then
Ripper.
and then there was something about ghost dogs.
Yes.
Yeah, Shadow Wolves.
Yep.
Ghost Dog sounds like a really good band name.
For you.
It probably is.
Oh boy.
I want to smash a ghost dog with
Hmm.
175.
No, it's Here Boy. That's their main song.
Here, boy.
Oh Lord.
It's an existential song called "Who's the Good Boy."
I just want to point out real quick that there's a band called Lordi, Lordi, and like the only song I know from them is "Who's Your Daddy."
Oh lordy.
It's awesome. What was that heavy metal band that all dresses up like Ned Flanders? Like, it's an actual thing. I'm not even joking.
Oh
Right.
Lord.
So, and yeah, at the end of last session, you guys ended up going back with Ignis to the Church of Rakdos.
To the church of where nobody can be trusted.
Church
There
where
you.
nobody can be trusted.
This is my religion.
Where am I currently doing my 25-year ritual?
It just so happened that whenever they were on their way back, they found you.
Oh,
man.
okay. So I was just
I
doing
guess
my
you have to
75-year
Like, you-
ritual.
you
Yeah, I
had-
gotta restart.
Well, no, you had just finished your ritual, and you were like, "Man, where are all my friends at?" And then you watched them like come walking out of the sewers.
Well, that's convenient. Thanks, story.
It's pretty
I
heckin' neat.
found you a cool rock though, so that's okay.
It's true.
Oh
you did.
yeah.
What's
Sewer
this
rock.
lever here?
Well, oh, what's this? The I can just make things happen. Okay. All right. So
That's not how D&D works.
that's
Thanks,
not how
Mr.
D&D
Plot.
works.
Does
Wait,
that mean
what?
I'm a protagonist?
Wait, we're playing
Question
Dungeons and
mark?
Dragons.
You're
Fuck, I
certainly
thought we
an
were reading
antagonist.
books.
I don't know whether it's a pro or con.
I'm a contact. I don't think.
Antagonist.
Yeah, I'm a contagonist. Fuck, you got me.
Oh my god.
Nice.
You're welcome.
I got the
It's Charlotte.
All right. So as some of you begin to wake, one of you has been awake all night.
So
What?
as usual.
Absolutely not.
that's bonkers.
Well, I had a question to ask.
Go ahead.
Sleep till Brooklyn.
I had an actual question to ask because I'm in a place with different types of books, and the only books I've read are on combat.
Okay.
I don't know how to research it. So I
Uh,
have a book with a lot of words I can't read yet.
I can't read.
Right? It's an issue.
that's fair.
Are
So
you seeking the dictionary?
no, I'm seeking the Living Dictionary. So I found my book.
He said
Hopefully.
Shinari.
Hey, watch your language. Okay, so I'm gonna find a book that I think is close, and then I'm gonna go find Veneer if I can.
That's me.
Okay.
All right.
What
I
is it that you want of me?
have a little bit of a question. Remember those things in the sewers?
Excuse me?
The dogs that had the arms stretched out of their. I'm trying to figure out more about them, and
What?
I found.
Are they? Well,
Yes, I'm looking into what they are. I'm trying to research them.
I'm not exactly an expert.
Well, I know, but I found a few books on them because I figured they would be around here because, violence and whatever, and they're enemies of. Anyway, it's not the point. I I can't read
Do I have
some
that?
of these. Can you help me with some of it? Because I don't know all the words in here.
Can I do that?
I suppose.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm not gonna take them or anything. So it's kind of, as long as we're here, then I've got to figure out what I can. Yeah, I appreciate it, and if you could keep
Absolutely.
that bit to
It's-
yourself, I'd appreciate it.
As you wish. It is not a problem.
So she basically gave you a task for the night.
No, I'm reading when I can, but I only have 2 hours. He has 8, and I have a suspicion that he stays up all night. I'm reading every second I can be awake, but I'm not
really-
getting exhaustion from this.
I'm really not going to do that much work.
Oh, I know.
I'm not gonna do
I'm
it again.
getting-
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm getting some advice, asking him on some words, figuring out how to pronounce them,
Well,
taking my books and going to bed.
So you basically bring him the books. You start asking about it, and you don't. I know Veneer as she ends up heading to bed, and you're just kind of thumbing through, not really. You're not really trying to do any deep research, but you do see that she at least brought you the right kind of books. Is there things on shadow magic and the sort? But I would like you to go ahead and make an Arcana check, if you don't mind.
Arcana.
Sure, and I suppose since I'm not doing much else, I'll give myself some guidance. Is this something that I'm doing purposefully?
It is.
Okay.
Arcana.
Wow, that was atrocious. A 10.
Be worse.
Okay.
Yes, I could do 5 worse.
So you, as you're kind of going through, you're trying to compare these shadow creatures with things that you might be able to find in these books, and the first thing is you're not really finding anything in the books on them, and you're not really trying very hard anyway. But you're not really sure on any kind of origin or where you might want to start to even try and find information on them.
I'm honestly not even paying that much attention to the book.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I mean, I'm certainly giving it my all. I'm helping her. Some things are even beyond my abilities,
Yes.
Oh my lord.
like focusing on a task an ally has given me.
Focus, what's that?
It's a shame. I could not do any better.
So, you are you currently sitting out in the open area reading, like the what's the word I'm thinking of, guys? Come on, you all.
Cemetery.
Big
That's not.
reading room.
In a
Reading
church?
room.
Yeah, the church, like the antechamber.
Anti-what chamber?
Oh,
God.
you.
Are you talking about where they pray and dip babies' heads in the water?
Yes.
Sanctuary.
Baby's head's underwater.
I was too lazy to say baptized. Leave me alone.
Sanctuary.
No.
No,
Or
the
Culture hall.
baby dipping
The
area.
pews?
yeah, like where the pews are at.
I was gonna say the worship hall
alright.
too,
The
but
chapel?
That's the word I'm looking for.
the chapel.
The Chappelle Show.
You can
The
either
Chappelle Show.
you can either be sitting in the chapel, where you have the large kind of translucent stained glass windows. On
Like at the
sides.
intersection or like at the nave? Like where are we talking?
I'm just wondering if you're out in the
mast.
open or are you back in a room? Is what I was trying to ask.
Port
No,
side.
I don't have a room. Do we have rooms here? I thought we were just crashing somewhere in the church.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
they
so too.
they have
Yes,
they
in
have
the
spare
behavior room.
rooms for visitors to the church.
Oh, that's
Roderick
They have
drank.
spare beds.
I got so drunk I drank the baptism water, and I'm now passed out on the stairs.
Oh,
Yes,
can I?
Addition.
So this is a church, right?
Yes.
I assume there is a place where there is a bell, right?
Oh, no.
That's up.
Yeah.
You're actually not sure.
Well, I'm
'Cause
going to go as high up in
'cause
this
it-
tower, in this church, as I can.
Okay. Yeah, because as far as you guys have heard, they have not rung. There's been no ringing of bells at the church.
Well, then I am going to go as high up on this church as I can.
Okay.
Next episode.
And then he falls off. Roll a new character.
And I'm going to listen to the wind. What does the wind have to say to me?
So you find that they actually have more of a in the steeple, instead of there being a bell, you find that there's kind of almost like a lookout tower
Mm-hmm.
to where you can get a magnificent view of the city from on high.
Okay.
You can also see that there's things up here like a couple of spare instruments, small like lutes, harps, drums, things like that.
Yeah. Do I hear anything on the wind?
You hear wind.
EP Poo Poo Man.
Well, that's nice. I'm going to sleep up here.
Okay.
I'm going to blanket up, and I'm going to take a fat nap.
All
And
right.
a fat nap, I mean like a full 8-hour nap.
All right.
Nick, quick question.
Yes.
If Ignis gets up to go to the bathroom, will she happen across Blue's character?
I'm sitting like in.
The bathroom.
It's
Why
like
are you in the
the
bathroom?
nave of the church.
Okay.
It's like the
Back
open-
then, they didn't
I mean,
read
if there's
newspaper on the toilet.
There's an atrium like that is in front of the church. I don't know how your church is built, man.
Yeah.
What does this place
I-
look like?
I'm part of the church. I don't know how it's set up.
Is this like a cross design? Is it a rectangular?
This-
like
Is it a mosque?
This is kind of like a
Is it in circles?
this is kind of like a Visigothian
That's a real
arched.
big word.
buttresses and stuff like that.
I just lost brain cells.
He said butt.
did you just take psych damage?
You said a lot of big
It's-
words, and I don't understand half of them.
It's very much in the same style as many Western European
Oh, why didn't you just say that? Okay.
Western
Really
European
blocky.
style
See-
like cathedrals.
Yeah,
I didn't even
Is it like a
know how
multi-bell
to
structure?
spell it, so I put Visarzen.
The-
Some
The primary so the primary area of prey is in front. There are some long buildings built onto the back of the structure that are that is where people will go and rest and do paperwork, and it's like where their offices and bedrooms and bathrooms and all that good stuff is.
All right. Well, wherever there might be light by which to read by, that I don't need to like conjure up,
All right, yeah, they pretty much in the
because we all know I could do that.
yeah in the
Yeah, nice black.
shing yeah, in the primary atrium you'd be able to they always have torches lit in the primary atrium, so
Well, that is a perfect spot to just hang out.
Chill out, relax.
all right, so
I just shit
Would I
myself.
happen to cross him or no?
in your location, no, you'd have to go out of your way to be able to get to him.
All right, so I guess I don't come across him then.
So as you guys are as most of you are sleeping peacefully through the night, Veneer, as you can see it's getting pretty close to something between 4 and 5 a.m. Just by the level of light coming in through the windows. And you can see that there is, even at this time in the morning, there's some movement outside. As the day begins to progress, you can start seeing sunlight filtering into the room.
I'm up at sunrise.
What does my internal tiki-taki say?
You should be asleep.
A built-in clock? That's awesome.
Do you have that ability? Do you have the
I
ability?
just said I did.
I'm basically
No,
a
I
walking
don't.
computer. I mean, can I have it?
Looks like
Ah.
someone needs keen mind.
I have a built-in disguise kit, but I don't have.
A clock.
I have
Dude,
two-
he's the Omnitrix.
No,
It has
wait,
the
no, wait.
ability
Hold
to
on.
transform
Tinker's
into an
tools,
alien.
thieves' tools,
As
disguise kit, but I don't know. I don't know
as
what
you
type
get
of
that's
older as a
interesting.
warforged, you just get closer to becoming a grandfather clock.
I was gonna say, I guess you could. We'll talk about that later. You
Dude,
might
Blue's
be
just
able
the
with
Omnitrix, I'm
'cause
telling
you have
you.
you have Tinker's tools, right?
Yes, I do.
You technically could possibly build a clock into yourself.
Turn himself into an alien, but he can't tell
Dude,
time.
if you don't have a wooden woodpecker come out of you, I'm gonna fucking strangle you, even though you.
Yeah, I was
You're
so mad. Damn.
I mean,
Fucking
It's
rat.
gotta make noise.
I've got a flying mechanical familiar. I don't know what else
But
you.
that
A
doesn't come
and it
out like a
it-
cuckoo bird.
it's a
No,
but it is a
it
bird. Though. You can
detaches.
become a
It
bird,
detaches from my back.
though. And you can make it do
Okay.
the cuckoo sound. I'm sure.
Cuckoo.
Yes.
But it would be
Okay.
invisible while doing that, and it'll drive you insane.
It's true.
I'm up at first light, so I do want to go see if I can find Blue Woo.
Okay,
That's-
so
It's a
I will
veneer.
go
While
for
we're
that in
here,
just a
thank
second
you very
with
much.
you.
Well,
But yeah, Veneer, you can still see that there's there's still quite a bit of movement outside as you're watching the sunrise, and you can see that there's obviously a group of people that are setting something up outside.
So much for the best time of day. Everyone's up again.
Macmillan,
Yes.
as you're getting up at first light, you kind of stretch. You can hear way down below you people shuffling and moving things around and getting things prepared. And as you look
Helping me?
down, you see a few figures working in the courtyard. It appears that there are two men or two people in very fine, even from this distance, you can tell that they're wearing very fine robes. And they seem to be doing a lot of prep work down in the courtyard. You can see them setting up pedestals and making sure that everything is exactly aligned. It looks like they're just doing a lot of making sure that everything that they're doing is like perfection. As you can see that they have set these pedestals up, and they're now starting to put draw on the ground in chalk, making intrinsic circles on the ground.
Okay. Well, that's neat. I'm gonna go find Blue. I can always ask Ingus about that.
It's veneer.
I was going to say, I'm
Veneer.
sorry, who is that, Macmillan?
So I'm gonna go look for Veneer. He's like, "Oh,
Okay.
Jeez. Mm.
Nick.
Play D&D?
Yes.
Nick, am I down there helping to prepare?
Whoa, slow down.
Since it's not for your church, no, you're not.
I thought it was for the church. My bad.
It is not.
My bad.
There's summoning something. They're doing
Or they're lighting someone on fire first thing in the morning. You don't know.
Probably both. They're summoning a man on fire.
What?
It's Ghost
Hey,
Rider.
hey, what are you doing this morning? Not too much. I'm going to get my morning coffee. Yeah, we're burning a guy. Same.
Yeah. No, as you do. Anyways, do I found Vinia?
After a little bit, you do find Veneer sitting, kind of thumbing through books. It doesn't look like he's very interested in them, but he has kind of a small stack of books around him, and he just seems to be thumbing through slowly,
All right. I'm
Not-
just gonna.
not paying much attention, but just kind of skimming the pages for anything of interest.
All right. I'm gonna sit down, crisscross applesauce, and I'm just gonna make some tea until he notices me.
I will not.
All right. Then I'm just gonna sit down at the door and make tea.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. So, Lodric.
Yep.
You kind of, as you start coming to, you kind of stumble down the stairs. You're getting too old for this shit. And yeah, walk in. As you can see, people are kind of starting to move about the atrium a little bit at this point. It's about 6-ish in the morning, and you can still see that Veneer is sitting there, thumbing through his books. You can see Macmillan sitting cross-legged on the floor, drinking tea. Is there anything that the three of you would like to do before I move on to the other two?
What you doing there?
Oh, good morning, I suppose.
Hey, hello.
I'm just perusing. What is
Perusing
it?
what? Oh, just waking up from my junk spell.
Well done. Yeah, have some of this to drink, and I'll just pour him some hot water.
Some hot water.
He doesn't like tea.
As he does that, I am pulling out another flask. And I start drinking.
He's like, I'm dwarven. We start in the morning, we end at night.
Okay. I'm just going to
Basically.
pour some. I'm gonna empty my tea. Yeah, empty the water into my tea, and I'm going to keep drinking.
Okay. Alright, so, Miss Fine, Ignis.
Ooh, there, low.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hello.
Oh no.
So, starting with you, Miss Fine.
There we go.
This is the best you slept in a long time.
Oh, goody. Nice. You ready for being a bohemian?
You
'Cause
find yourself waking early this morning.
oh,
It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, judging by the daylight coming in. It's a lot warmer than you imagined as you wake up. And you see that looking out the window is not the tundra that you dreamt about, but the city that you fell asleep in the night before. Your mind wanders to home for a moment, and then you shake it away, get prepared for the morning, and I would like to know what you want to do from there.
okay. Well, oh my lord.
A dog.
She will do from here is go take care of her
Okay.
puppy.
Yeah. My dog's gonna bark every opportunity. It's fine.
Whoops.
We have 2 D&D players in this house. Me and my dog. It's okay. Anyway,
Yes.
I'm gonna grab all my stuff.
Doggies and doggos.
I'm gonna. Yep, absolutely. I'll grab all my stuff. I'm gonna head out, and I'm gonna kind of. I don't know. I'm not really keen on being. It's nice to rest, but I'm not keen on staying around these people. So I'm gonna actually go find. I'm gonna go find Macmillan because I have a question.
Okay. So, Ignis,
Oh.
you wake up about the same time you do every day. By this point, it's about 6:20 in the morning.
Okay.
You take your normal 10 to 15 minutes in the morning to prepare. And after that, you head downstairs to start working in the chapel. You can see the people that you met last night down in the chapel as you're entering the room.
As I enter the room, I make a big show of it. I say, "Good morning, everybody!" and I burst out my hands, and I go aside, and doves fly out.
Veneer does not look up.
Macmillan does not look down.
Look my
Miss Fine, your snarky comment?
You know, I'm just. I
I-
look at her and I go, I don't pray often. But they're making me consider it. I think it's a little too early for the show.
I just want to give you folks a little bit of amazement. Anyway, how did you all sleep?
Perfectly fine.
With a blanket under the wheel.
Yeah.
Not sir, I was spinning the whole time.
What? What'd you say?
Spinning.
Spinning.
You know, you get up on your feet and you spin in circles. Well, you go in circles in place.
Wait, but if you're sleeping, how are you?
Yes, he slept on the stairs last night.
Oh, dwarves. I should have guessed. My apologies.
I assume that to a dwarf, our stairs are probably much more comfortable than our beds.
Well, I found it wonderful. So, wait, hold on. Who's talking to me?
This is Father Argus Hellbrand.
Oh, I can't fucking
Where'd he come out of?
people who are
He just
fucking-
randomly appeared.
Ah!
Oh, that's
Don't do that to me, lad.
No,
Actually,
Scared the
he-
shit out of me.
To be fair, he was actually probably down here before the rest of you, but Veneer didn't give enough of a fuck to even look up to notice that he was there.
How did I not notice he was there? I was sitting there sipping tea and looking
I
at Veneer.
have a gnome
Well, there-
to talk to.
There are people currently walking around doing work in the chapel. He's one of them.
Holy shit, where did they come from?
I said
Holy
that.
McMillan, go make yourself useful.
We all just jump.
Come on, investigation.
Where
Ah,
did these
people-
people come from? Oh my god.
Great gravy train.
Great gravy train. God
What
damn
the
it.
hell's going on here?
So yeah, you guys can see people just moving around. You see Father Halbrand looks around and see, well, I am going to be heading out for the day. Something very interesting is happening. Believe today we get an emissary from Alfengard.
From where?
Alfengard.
Alfengard to the west.
Oh. Off.
Veneer, you are fully aware of where Alfengard's at, as Alfengard is the empire that rules over most of your home continent. Everything from Visio to Kadesh is under the rule of Alfengard.
Okay.
Father, what's the occasion?
So presumably there is a seat of power.
In Alfengard, there is, yes. In fact, you know that Alfengard has 2 titled kings at any given time.
Okay. Sorry, so Alfengard is not just the region, but also the city.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Alfengard is actually a city-state that expanded out into a country, a lot like what Rome did. And they now also own basically everything on that entire continent.
Wow.
They rule. They
I'm sure
leave a
it's in there.
semi-autonomous rule over the people. So, but you know that they also anything that they do is not done small.
It's not done what?
Small.
Ah.
Everything is a little grandiose.
At Ignis.
Hello.
Okay.
I go up to the father and ask him, "What's the occasion for Alfengard to be coming to here?"
Signing agreements, I suppose. Something that they do once every 15 or 20 15 or 20 years or so, depending on who's in charge and what they agree upon.
I'm just gonna cross my arms real unhappy like and grab a book.
There's just no pleasing. That's fine.
But how do you grab a
Absolutely.
book with your arms crossed? Ooh.
With your
With
teeth.
the magic of being edgy, okay? It's an art.
Don't cut yourself on that edge.
I know, that's the goal.
Father, while you prepare for it, while you prepare for the visit from Alfengard, is there anything you need me to do today?
Or you may go about your normal tasks, I suppose. Do some sweeping and dusting if you'd like. As you know, it's every little bit of help is great, but I will not force anyone to do anything. You do as you would like.
Well, it seems we better get back to our task at hand then.
Yes. Wise words by wise men, right? Wise deeds in wise pen.
McMillan, how did you even like? Can I try some of your tea?
Sure.
Trying to find a new addiction. I'm sick of getting stink eyes from somebody.
I don't know. Could pour.
Sick of cakes.
I'll pour a little bit of tea. Not a lot.
I'm just having a
Little bit.
sample. I'm
Just a
tipping-
little bit.
dipping toe in. I'm
Yes,
trying
well,
to be
welcome to
friendly.
Tivana
I'm like offering a little bit of my soul, but what type of tea is it?
again.
Right
little.
now, I'm
I'm
pretty
trying to
sure
be
I only have
honest.
jasmine tea.
Oh dear Lord. Okay, so she takes a drink and she's like, delicious.
Doubt.
Oh, this is great.
Oh shit!
Ugh.
Wait a second.
Really good, and then when he's not looking, just spits it out.
No, I'll drink it. I'm making friends. I'm being
Oh,
friendly.
Nick Nori,
Yes.
Nori Northstar. Nick
Yes.
Nick last name.
Yes. How did you
I need
guess?
to. Yeah, I need to go to the store kind of store, the general
Like
store.
the general store, the place
Yeah,
where
the
you go for
store
general
generality.
things.
Yeah. Need to go there. I need to
Okay.
buy some more tea, alongside some honey, and maybe some rock sugar if I can find it.
Okay.
Aren't there some sewer dogs that need training? I could have
Yes, but
sworn
there
that
is
we had a
also tea
task.
that needs buying.
That is tea that needs buying.
What's your name? Veneer, wasn't it?
Yes.
If you would
That's
like,
me.
you and I can go down to the sewers and investigate ourselves. Well,
I
for
would
the rest of the party,
prefer to have other potential other helpers with us.
potential what?
So
Just assistance. It would be good not to do such a thing alone.
Make an insight check on him.
Is
I
this-
mean,
is this
it seems like he's just being cautious.
Fair enough.
Cautious.
He would just rather honestly have the backup if he needed it.
I thought there was only one left.
That we know of. There might be a bigger den.
On that
Ah.
tea.
I was under the assumption that we would get paid once the job is done, and seeing as how the job is done, we are not yet paid.
Under the influence? Same.
Seeing as it's not yet done.
Good team.
And you know what we could do with said money? We could buy, Lodric, we could have more alcohol, couldn't we?
Yes, and also we might be able to get you more tea. What was your name?
I don't even say anything. I grab my axe.
Oh yes, we could also get. Oh,
Melon.
I put everything on it and I say, all right, let's go.
we could also get. Oh, look at that! More screws and nails.
And if we do this quickly, we could be back in time for whatever this event is. That
Oh, whoa! That sounds like quite the blast.
Ooh, and if we get done quickly as well, we might be able to catch the murderer.
Oh,
well, the murder does seem to come out at night. So for now, that's not so much of an issue. But yes, murder bad. You're correct.
So, are we
Therefore-
heading out?
T.
Who are you offering?
Yes,
to?
we will stop on the way and get him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna go stop by the general store. On the way.
All right.
Nick, do I know the store owner?
I'll say that there is a because you've been here so long, there is a store owner that you would know in town that could get a little bit of a discount for you guys.
Oh, McMillan,
Yes.
I know of a good store that you can go to.
Yes.
I lead him outside the church down the road to the store.
Okay.
All right, not a problem.
I'll just buy like some tea and some sugar and possibly honey if possible.
Friendly with the shop owner of that store. He may give us a discount.
Yay.
So as you guys walk in and you kind of ask for what items you're looking for, you see he sets down a pound bag of tea leaves, pre shredded tea leaves.
Okay.
He kind of thinks for a minute. I don't think we have any honey in currently. Should have some sugar though. I have a few different poundage bags. If you will, depending on what you want to.
The half pound should be more than enough to last me for a while.
Half pound? Alright. Shouldn't be a problem. You see, he gets everything around for you, and I think the last time you bought tea, it was.
Good while ago, and I went through fucking
Was
5
it
pounds of it.
like a silver?
It was
For
like
5 pounds, it was.
a good amount, like 5 silver.
Like 5
Or
silver?
something like that.
You see that he basically. He has different pound bags of sugar and of tea.
Mm-hmm.
He gets you a decent quality tea. Usually would be like 7 to 10, 7 silver to a gold piece. He actually gets you that for 4 silver. So he gets it for you for about half price, and he throws the sugar in for free.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
And I'll give him the silver.
he kind of smiles. He takes the money. Of course, all hail Lord Rakdos.
No.
Yes, all hail the Lord of Rakdos, named Rakdos.
As you turn and you head out.
All right, just head out, and just start heading off towards the old danger hole.
Nick, quick question.
Yes.
Danger hole. While he was doing that, I was looking around the store. Do I see anything of interest?
Apple Jacks.
Are you? What in particularly are you looking for? This is just kind of a general store where you can buy some foodstuffs, and essential equipment.
I guess some weaponry, maybe some armor.
That is actually not his specialty.
Okay,
Not
then.
of the kind you might want.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, it's not for me.
He has some stuff
Listen,
like
Listen,
crude.
He sells pet armor.
Yeah, he sells like crude, like padded armor.
I said pet armor.
Oh, pet armor. He
Like-
does. Well, he does have
Like
some
some
like.
leather for your chihuahua.
He doesn't have any leathers. He does have like padded, but it's mainly for, things like working fields and just thicker stuff for like thicker gloves and materials for things like picking cotton, keeping bees, things that are kind of dangerous but not well built for being attacked by gnolls or something.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Never mind. I totally forgot what I was gonna get. Ignore me.
So there's nothing around here that would make for a good gift.
I mean, not really. No, this is just a basic general store. They have, some gardening tools, a couple utility knives. I mean, they would work for stabbing, but that's not really what they're intended for.
Where is Veneer at right now?
That's a good question.
Where am I at right now?
I don't know. You went to a store. Well,
Did
not
I
you.
go to the store? Oh,
Not
No.
you. The other guy. The
Oh.
little
I
one.
did.
Ignis and Macmillan are at the store.
so I'm still
And then-
reading books with Veneer.
That is up to you guys.
Well,
And, we kind
I
of all
said
agreed-
that we were going to. That my plan was to go after these shadow wolves.
Are we doing that
and
right now?
Lodric was geared up to go with me. He hefted his axe and was like, "Let's do some chopping."
Oh,
To paraphrase.
And then
Um,
the other two ran off to the store real quick.
And the other two
Oh.
were like, "Yes, but store."
well, I
And-
literally don't take my armor off, so I'd be ready to go.
Just went with Macmillan so he wouldn't be alone in the store. Then we were coming back
Hey,
to
that
the
leather.
danger hole.
So
The danger hole, as
All
Macmillan
right,
put
so
it.
Veneer is basically next to me.
Dolphin and Don and armor for losers.
hey, that leather life though. All right, so you guys all reassemble.
Avengers assemble!
I was gonna say it. Someone else
Oh
did.
no.
Dude, no copyright. Fuck, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Assemble, Avengers,
Power Rangers assemble.
Tower.
Superhero
Rangers of power.
squad, form up!
No, Super Sentai Squad.
Can I be the Purple Ranger?
Sentai Squad, Jesus Christ.
Perpetuate positions.
Oh lord.
Geolocate to me.
So,
It's basically what it is.
Are we at the manhole at this point?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
come together and you guys start heading out to the manhole.
Nice.
Now that all of you are outside and walking through the courtyard, you guys get a better view of the people off to the side, making their gigantic arcane circle. And
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna give that one to you because Veneer is smart and Miss Fine is smart.
I have a +4 and I
So-
don't even have proficiency yet.
I have a +0, excuse you.
Oh, my apologies. Bow down to the Lord Macmillan.
Don't do
Wait.
that, that's weird.
I have a +1.
What are you +1ing about right now?
Intelligence.
Arcana.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that too.
I was gonna say what's really funny is that Miss Fine actually has a higher arcana than you do, just naturally, Veneer.
I gotta get my proficiency in that, so I stay that way. Gotta be the best at everything. Take fucking skill.
Oh,
dude.
this
Petty
is great.
whatever.
Thank you. Okay, I have to give a shout out to Saint real quick. Thank you so much. That I just looked at chat. That made me
Yeah, deep
almost-
into the danger hole.
that almost made me break out into laughter.
Absolutely.
I had to take a deep breath
Almost.
and
No, the chat is wonderful. You guys are great. I love reading the random shit you guys put in there.
it's
So,
fantastic.
Oh, I love the name of this episode. by
Ha
the
ha
way.
ha 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 ha.
I mean, yes, I took
Laughter.
proficiency in
I as
Arcana,
well.
but I only have a 13 intelligence, so it's like, all right.
Yeah.
I got an 18. Where you at?
All right. So
Yeah, well, not everyone rolls that many 18s, so
I didn't roll them.
I wasn't talking to you.
I don't know how I do that. Don't ask me, okay?
My feelings are hurt.
You guys.
I want to go look for a
watched.
jellyfish and I want to eat
You
it.
guys saw me do it.
Okay.
All right. So you guys. You know what? Fine. You guys head into the danger hole.
The danger hole.
Yes.
The
We've been
danger
in the
hole.
horde hole and we've been in the danger hole.
Yes,
I love
we've
it.
now had the horde hole, the danger hole. As we progress, it's just going to get to
The dragon hole.
the dragon hole, then like
Well, holy shit.
The precarious hole. I'm very good at naming conventions because you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay,
No
listen.
response to
Ignis
that
is
one.
right here. Can we not call it the Dragon Hole?
Oh my lord.
You know what? I'll think about it. You hold on to that.
The holy hole. The whole hole.
You hold on to that.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yes.
Alright. It's fine. No one heard. It's fine.
All right, so
Alright.
you guys descend down into the danger hole.
Cool.
Who is taking the lead?
Me.
I am. No.
No.
Absolutely
me.
not.
While they're
Alright.
fighting over who takes the lead,
I'm sorry. What's your stealth? Fuck off.
let's see.
Oh shit!
Close myself. Plus three.
Excuse me.
Wait,
What's
why
your
would we stealth? We
cool
want them to
level?
come to us.
Yeah. What's your coolness level? Not as cool as me. Excuse you.
Excuse me. I
I'm
have
sorry.
draconic ancestry.
Do you guys even
Okay.
have proficiency in coolness? Probably not.
I'm gonna look.
I have
Here it
expertise, buddy.
We're arguing like, no, I'm going first. No, I'm going first. And
No.
I look at him. I go, race round 2.
All right. Okay.
Bet. Hold
Uh,
on. What are we
I look up at
betting?
Veneer and I say, they're gonna get themselves killed, aren't they?
What are we betting here? What do you need?
As they wish.
I have nothing that you need, and you have nothing that I need. Therefore, I just sprint.
Would you
We
like
saw
me to
it.
send?
I'm
would
going.
you? I can
Double
send my
dagger.
drone down ahead.
Might be
Double
best. So
Did I hear a double dash?
Yeah,
double
you
dashing,
you
absolutely.
got a regular dash my way.
So
Okay. I mean, there's also a deployed drone that's invisible and scouting ahead. But sure.
So you have your
It's a
invisible drone
spectator.
just kind of like trying to follow them, and you can
I'm walking
see,
on. I'm sprinting on the water.
once
I
again.
mean,
I'm
it
sprinting
has
on the water.
it's got 120 dark vision. I don't know what else you might.
Oh.
What
Well, I was gonna
want is
say,
to beat
Miss
a fucking gnome in a race.
Miss Fine has some really good movement on that double dash, though.
Ha! But I am on the water.
Yes, but can she fight 30 things at once?
I
Probably
can
not.
sure try.
That's fair.
We shall see.
You can try whatever you'd like.
I'm gonna start talking fucking to myself. Fuck you, McMillan. Go and do what I want.
Okay, so Veneer, as you
Everyone
are,
does.
I'm assuming that you're looking through the
I
drone's
will
eyes.
huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down.
Yes, and of course, for the party members who stay behind with my veneer body, there's the glowing sword.
Veneer bot E.
All right, not a problem. So you guys can see problems if they come. So Lodric and Ignis, you guys are kind of guiding him along as he informs you that he is now technically blind and deaf. He is looking through the eyes of his.
Is that what happens?
So I
Yes.
assume that we're just like, I'm holding on one
yeah,
arm and
whenever
Roger's holding on to the other.
Whenever you look through their senses, it causes you to go blind and deaf. You have to be. That's why you have to be led. And
Oh, interesting. That's not what the imp familiar.
oh, is that not what the infamiliar says?
I mean, the imp is a bit of a different case, I guess, but I don't know. This is what I see. I link it to you. The imp can enter. Well, it's a reskinned imp for those of you watching.
Yes.
The imp can enter into a contract to serve another creature as a familiar, forming a telepathic bond with its willing master. While the two are bonded, the master can sense what the imp senses as long as they are within a mile of each other.
Oh.
While the imp is within 10 feet of its master, the master shares the imp's magic resistance trait. If its master violates the terms of the contract, the imp can end its service as a familiar, ending the telepathic bond.
All right. So no, the imp actually does not do that. I know that there are other ones that do, but the imp does not. Okay. That's nice to know. Thank you.
Assuming
So-
I picked out the correct thing on D&D Beyond, which I think I did because it said it was familiar variant.
Yeah, I was gonna say if as long as that's how it works, so that means that you're able to kind of look through your eyes and its eyes at the same time.
I guess so.
What it would do is it would just project the image and make the sounds happen in your mind, which is really an awkward situation for you. But
Well,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
I would like, as you guys are moving, Miss Fine
Hello.
and Macmillan, I would like both of you guys to make dexterity checks.
Dexterity check. This is bullshit.
Yep.
Every-
McMillan, that's you too.
24.
24.
19
Nice.
plus 5.
Oh shit.
That
Fuck.
is how math works.
That's proper naughty 20. Fuck off.
20? Okay.
I hope you lose all your.
I would like you guys to make your. Go ahead and make another roll for me.
Oh no. And this is
Natural 20.
What? This is bull. Yeah, I definitely didn't win.
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, what is yours? Like a 20. What does that give you? That's like a 20.
5.
25?
25.
That's insane. So that was a 19 and then a 20.
Yeah.
If he rolls a 20, I can't get it anyway because I don't have an 18.
Okay. And then go ahead and
I
make.
hope you lose all your key.
Go ahead and make. What was your last roll, Miss Fine?
Fucking 9. Oh,
9?
13. Oh,
Okay,
13
so
total.
as you guys are running, McMillan,
Yes.
you're kind of just running on the water, and Miss Fine is actually ahead of you as you guys are running. But as you both go to take a turn, you see that she loses her footing on the pavement. As you see, she just slides.
Can I try and catch her?
Yeah, you can try and catch her.
Alright, I'll try and catch her.
Oh, wow, you're a real nice person. I would have left me, but that's fine.
I'm gonna try and catch her, and then I'm gonna. Once she's like stable enough, I'm gonna kick off her and I'm gonna sprint ahead.
So are you, as long as she doesn't land in the water, right?
Yeah, as long as she doesn't land in the water.
You better have quite the strength.
I'm not
Go
actually
ahead
that
and
big.
make a. Go ahead.
I'm barely medium. I'm like under 100 pounds. So,
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Alright.
she is. It's true.
yeah, I'm,
Acrobatics?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Woo! Cocked. I don't know. It's above a 20. It's a 16 plus 7. I can't
so
do math.
now you roll below
23.
23. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Wait a minute. I have a plus 6 to acrobatics. How did I? Whatever. Fine.
So
Everybody has their bad days.
you see that as she starts to slip, you just kind of catch her to make sure that she doesn't fall in the water. And as you do that, you both kind of just stop for a split second as you hear a very low growl.
McMillan, we found one.
That means we beat them. We win.
That's not what I mean. You're about to see what
How
we fought before.
fast were you guys moving?
Well, I moved 90,
Uh,
but I slipped. So,
All right,
I
the drone was moving 60.
let's see here.
So I guess you guys ran way ahead of it at this point.
McMillan.
Yes.
Yeah, but with the
This
120
thing
foot
has
of
to-
feet, you can see it.
120 dark vision?
Yeah, with the 120 foot of dark vision, you'd still be able to see him.
Yes.
As this
You,
is coming
me,
up.
we start surrounding these things, okay? We both stay close to it, and then we're fine. But if we get split, we're screwed. These things are, well, compared to me, they're big. So, now
Yeah.
the weird arms that like come out of their stomach and shit. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it from the back? Aren't these kind of like displacer beasts?
No, it's all over. There's some that come out like their front.
All right.
Some that come out.
Oh, okay.
Just like grab random food and eat it.
Nick,
Like,
I want to put on my mask and I want to hand Miss Fine a cool looking rock, and I'm going to say, hold on to this. Hopefully it keeps you safe. Or it comes in useful somehow.
okay, I'm gonna stash his rock and I'm gonna go with him.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
make a stealth check.
Ooh, I love it.
That is another 16 plus 5. That's 21.
This ain't bad. This is a what's 6 plus 7? 13. That's a 23.
Yeah.
Those are
That's
fantastic
awesome.
rolls.
But it has a passive perception of 30. Nice try.
No, you cannot hide while you're being watched.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like that. I don't like how ominous that is.
You are
Wait,
being
so can I
watched.
see it?
Can we see? Yeah, can we see
cannot-
it?
see it.
You
Yeah,
guys
Buck
don't
is.
see anything. You heard a growl down the
I don't
corridor that you
like
guys were
this.
turning towards.
I don't like this.
All right, then I guess if I can't fucking hide, I'll just do the next best thing. I'm gonna minor illusion growl right on back.
Oh my lord. Can I thaumaturgy him as I hear him doing it?
Okay, so you guys make this large, just massive growling sound go throughout the sewers. You guys actually can hear this back where the three of you are, Lodric, Ignis, and
So-
Veneer.
How much information
Well,
was the
there's
drone able to convey to me? Like, do I know that they've been spotted?
Just by what the drone is conveying to you, it seems as if they're going into more of a fight rather than. It seems as if they've probably been spotted by something. Yes.
We may wish to hurry. As I suppose I begin using the dash action to double move.
A dash.
All right. So you guys begin to run forward.
All right, I'm gonna back to back with her.
Hell yeah, let's
So
What
Macmillan
happened?
and Miss Fine.
go.
This is
Absolutely.
before the drone actually gets to you guys, as you guys are about to go back to back. Probably about 35 feet down this corridor, you see, in response to the growl, a large furred hand reach around and grab onto the wall on either side of it, of what appears to be one of those side halls.
As soon as you get within range, I'm spending 2 key points. I'm gonna Fist of
on.
Unbroken Air it.
You see that part of whatever this thing is actually hunched into the hole. As a large, furred, shadowy creature begins to step out of the hole, you see, at its full height, it stands to be about 12 feet tall with massive horns.
Wait a minute. Do I recognize this thing
As
as
it
similar
breathes,
to
you
one
see,
before?
Is this a Minotaur?
as it breathes, you can see the steam roll off of it. It turns and goes, "Are you the ones who killed my dogs?"
Fucked.
And that's where we're going to take a break. I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.
I hate you. I hate everything you stand for.
I was ready to Unbroken Air this thing.
I know. Me and Macmillan
Sure,
decided
yeah.
to do it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Dynamic duo.
5 minute
Absolute
break.
mad
I'll
lads.
talk to you in a couple minutes.
All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Yay!
Yeehaw.
Can I stone shape a slide and like use my shield to slide into this thing?
Dude,
Like
That's
fucking bowling
amazing.
ball the shit.
that's awesome.
That's what I'm doing.
That's
boy.
great. Just slide down. This is
Yeah.
what happens when you have a lot of people with melee. You got a monk. You're a fighter, aren't you?
Yep. Battle
You got a
master.
monk, you got a fighter, and you got a rogue paladin. Like, anything that can be meleeed is screwed. Anything that can't be meleeed, we're screwed. But until then,
Correct.
we just need someone else to take 6 levels in paladin, and then everybody gets a +8 because paladins are gross.
Oh my god.
Saves. Wait a minute. What armor proficiencies do I have? I don't know. Okay, I've got medium and shields. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll be back.
Are we fighting a Minotaur?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
But it sounds like it.
Sounds pretty cool.
Hopefully it's like a beefed up Minotaur.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What
So,
archetype?
stream, how are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight, stream?
What does this have?
How about you, Logic? How are you doing tonight, bud?
Doing all right.
It's good, man. I'm glad.
How are you doing?
Doing just dandy. I had a cheesesteak earlier. That was pretty good.
Ooh, I had a club sandwich, steak, and Swiss cheese.
Nice.
Twas.
Yo.
Hola, ¿cómo
What?
estás? Muy bien.
What is up? My home diggity slice.
And I'm right on gone.
Dang.
I've returned.
Home diggity slice part 2.
Well, thank you. Well, why my part 2?
Because Rice came back first,
Oh, hello, buddy.
but then he left.
Oh, wow, rude. That I missed. Oh, boy. What's the best armor I could get?
Mithril, isn't it?
Well, I could technically go full plate if I got mithril, but that's really expensive. It's like, and it's rare, I think.
You're a rogue, though. The secret ingredient is crime.
Yes, hello.
Here's the thing
Oh,
about things
boy.
that are expensive. They're well guarded, and I'm only a level 3 rogue,
I know.
so
I'm
I don't
only a
think
level
that-
3 rogue.
I want to be at least level 7, and you,
Oh,
Mir, I don't
I
get
want to be at least level 7.
Tell me how to live my life. If I got to level 11 rogue, which I don't think I'm going to, but if I got to level 11 rogue, then I'd steal it, no problem. But before then, absolutely not. Because currently I have a +8 to sleight of hand, but I want that that 10 at minimum. That's real nice.
I have returned.
Come back, Nick.
Hello.
Nicholas.
I wanted to inform you guys that Butch had something to say.
hmm?
He wanted to call you guys puppy killers, and then continued to say that the beasts that were summoned could be chihuahuas.
That's awesome.
I explained them to him, and he still goes, but they could be chihuahuas.
Nobody likes chihuahuas, though.
I like chihuahuas.
You
Give
don't
him the
count.
boot.
Hold on a second.
That's rough.
Yeah.
You don't count.
Puns.
Okay. Well,
Wait, Rice? McMillan?
they're here. Or not.
That's
He
what I
dead?
thought. See, this is why you ask, okay?
My God, he's dead.
Hall.
Oh my god.
Wait, so we're starting up. This thing is, we're trying to get back to back, and he's like, you killed my puppies. And we're like, shit, this ain't good.
Yeah, basically.
I've got this. I've had something someone's been asking me to say for like over a month. I am
Here it
prepared
comes.
for this. Absolutely.
I won't spoil it.
I think you know what it is.
I know what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to see how this encounter turns out.
I will be.
After losing Arthur, we really needed
Yeah, I'll
that
be
twang back in second.
absolutely,
Agreed.
absolutely. I'll be
Oh.
the best cowgirl y'all ever had.
Oh,
Yeehaw. So, by the way, I want to, if this combat doesn't take literally like 4 hours, I want to go waste all my money on something. Just thought I'd let you know. You gave me money you shouldn't have. I'm going to go find something stupid and spend it.
Hey, it is
I'm-
what it is.
you come back having bought real estate in the city.
Pretty much. Oh, wait, I don't have medium. Oh, wow, this is a piece of. What? How am I going to up my armor class? I could get a ship. No, but then I don't have.
Get a hat.
She goes and buys a timeshare.
Absolutely. Going to Ilbar. Talk to you guys later.
I don't think you.
Spot goes, I take McMillan.
I don't think you have enough gold to buy a summer house in Ilbar.
No, a timeshare.
I don't think you have enough gold to buy a timeshare in Ilbar.
Listen. Can't put these ideas in my head and then be like, no, you. That's not very nice.
Real estate is the only real expensive thing
Hey, hold your horses.
in D&D.
Hold your horses.
Real estate, the real monster.
That is kind of
Like, even-
true.
Even legendary like equipment, if you could buy it, which you really can't.
Yeah,
Real
that's
estate
true.
is
That's true.
like they
because-
have value numbers, but that doesn't mean you can buy them anymore.
That's true because I think like some of the more legendary equipment, something like 300 or
Alright, it's
400,000
preparing baby,
gold.
comma food.
Welcome back.
Hey.
And he was like, oh, and I was like, ooh.
What the
Hey,
heck?
this is an ooh. Don't ooh at strangers.
Iwi.
My heart, ooh, got
We were
my-
saying, like, if you take kiwi and replace it with owo or uwu, it's kuwu.
It's Kiwu.
Oh yeah.
my
Kowo.
drone
If
can
you,
give out guidance. That's
So
neat.
so if a monk were to go pee, and use the force of his life, he would use his key. Yeah, he would use his kiwi.
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right,
no.
so
Wow.
Miss Fine,
It was nice knowing you.
On that note,
Miss Fine McMillan.
yes.
You guys find yourselves standing about 35 feet down from a 12-foot tall creature, body covered in fur, what you can see of it. In the darkness, you can still make out the very dark robes that he wears.
Dark robes.
Dark robes.
Okay.
And
Can I see if these things are magical? If this is like what's vibe am I getting from him?
It seems to you by his dress that he may be some kind of spellcaster.
Oh,
But he
I
has
have
the
Well, so-
large bull-looking creature has asked you a question.
I just want to go ahead and give it a shot. If he were to start stepping forward, I do want to hold my action to elemental attunement and make the floor, since we are on stone, right? Like wet stone.
Part of it is stone. Yes,
Is it wet?
yes, that would be
I
how
want-
Miss Fine slipped.
I want to go ahead and make just like a patch, 1 foot by 1 foot patch of just like moss. So if he were to step forward, he might possibly slip.
Okay.
On moss?
That's rude. Have
Are
you,
you-
ever tried to step on?
Yeah,
wet
have you
moss?
ever tried to
That's
step on a
so
mossy rock? That
fucking
shit fucking. That's a
It's-
deck save every time.
Absolutely.
That's a deck save every time.
Okay, sorry I'm not some sort of elephant.
Jeez,
Hey.
alright.
Hey, rude.
I actually only weigh 150
Wow.
pounds. So you can shut your fuck off.
150 pound gnome.
I think he was
He's
talking
talking about himself.
in real life. His head is only like
yeah.
he's only like 15 pounds in the game.
Yeah, he's only 15 pounds. But
I see what
150
you
pound
did
gnome.
there.
I was talking about gracefulness.
Hey,
hey, I'll
Look,
have you know that I
so-
can climb rocks.
Who?
Miss Fine, what are you doing?
Slipping, apparently.
he said, "Did you kill my dog?"
Yes.
Okay. So I take a moment. I kind of look at him,
Wait.
and
Sure did.
instead of answering his question for a minute, I just kind of look at him and then go, "Absolutely, let's go."
See, he kind of sizes you guys up, sees one of you starting to cast a spell, sees you like really prepared.
It's not a spell.
Oh, well, he sees you prepared.
Maybe you shouldn't have had your dogs out in the streets. They'd yeet their last haul. I don't know what to tell you.
There it is.
Jesus Christ.
See him. How?
Dude.
Yeah, you. Oh, you guys must not have heard me.
Yeah, I didn't hear you now.
Yeah, you see him. He hasn't stepped forward yet, but you see him go. How?
How?
No, I guess I did hear you. I just didn't think that was the answer.
How'd we kill him?
He nods.
Well, let's see. I pull out my rapier. I have a rapier. One of us, two of us cast spells. And they're coming, so if you want to kill us, you better make this quick. Because they're much better than us, but we are far too lancy to stay out of a fight. He punches things, and we've got a nasty fucking dwarf killing shit. So,
Yes,
you
that's
wanna
right. Keep
kill
the ace
us,
in the hole
better
quiet.
go
That's
quick.
good.
See him. How did you kill them in the sewer?
How'd I kill him in the sewer? I kind of flick out my rapier and grab it from the air and then just make a poking gesture. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
So Veneer, you, on the one side you can see your, through the eyes of your little,
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't physically see it because it's invisible.
as you looking through the eyes of your familiar, you can see, combat hasn't initiated, but this creature is rather large, and you can see currently he actually hasn't attacked. He's speaking back and forth with Miss Fine, asking how you guys managed to kill the creatures in the sewer.
Yep, all of us are real ready though.
Yo, wait, how far away would you say we are?
I'd say that you guys will be coming up. You guys are going to be coming up here in just a second.
Oh, I was gonna do something. All right.
So, and I've heard all this conversation through the drone.
Yes.
Drones are dope. This thing's really
You
cool.
got a compliment, Veneer. I'm just saying.
Yeah, including the thing about you guys being much better than they are
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
at the combat
That-
thing.
That compliment was very specific for very specific people. I got a reason for everything. It's fine.
Oh.
Not for Ignis, I'm sure, because you can't stand it.
These eldritch lasers, yo. I check chat every once in a while. Thank you, Veneer.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I am one of 3 people who talks in there.
I do sometimes. Not a lot, but sometimes.
I do. Anyway, I'm ready to get stabbed or shot, spell at, or
Oh wow, there are 15 people watching right now.
there was
Yeah.
23.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Oh, they got bored, huh?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hard
we
to
did go
talk.
on.
I guess
We did go on a break.
for them.
Okay, so I guess as we pull up, if combat hasn't started yet, we can have a chit chat with Mr. Monstro over here.
Oh, and you have your sword pulled. So,
Well, that's so I can see.
right.
It does
Um,
give off light.
It is glowing.
So as you guys are coming up, he sees the light. You see him. As the moment that he notices the light coming up, because it's only like 40 feet, right? I think is the range on that.
It's 30 feet of bright, 30
30
feet of dim.
Okay, so he kind of sees the dim light coming up, and as it's starting to get brighter, you see he kind of cocks his head. He goes, "Your allies."
Apparently, you weren't fast enough.
Wait, so we're coming up on him right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is it
oh.
possible for me to step
Hold.
like roughly?
Hold, Lodrick, hold.
Is it possible
Not
for me to
yet.
step like 10 feet closer, so that if he were to start running away and or stepping forward, I would still be able to do the same patch of
To be fair, it's
moist
not really a
moss?
step 10 feet. It's more like a leap for you.
Well, come on, Veneer.
So you're asking if you can get
Long
10 feet
legs.
closer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's an image.
I'd just step a little closer, prepare myself for another moss sledding.
Okay.
You're just making nice.
I like
soft
to imagine
mat.
you're just like slowly scooting for her, trying to hope that he doesn't notice.
Macmillan, what are you doing?
You can kind of see that as the light is coming around the corner at this point, the gears kind of turn as he kind of puts everything together, and you see he nods his head, kind of keeping an eye on Macmillan as he's walking closer. You see him. Oh, you thought I'd fight you alone? Oh.
Darling,
Hold
you don't
there.
scare me. You're just like your dog. You're all bark and no bite. Otherwise, they would have lived.
Oh. They have plenty of bite and darkness.
Apparently not enough.
I said hold.
Howdy
Let's
ho,
not do
how you
anything
all doing?
hasty. Let's not do anything hasty. You there. What's your name? I would know you.
You see he bows low as he, I am Valkos of Shadows, bender of the unnatural arts.
And I'm Veneer. I'm just a man.
I'm English Bright. It's a pleasure to
Yeah,
meet you.
Macmillan is Macmillan of Rocks. What's your point? Can we keep going?
Do you serve someone, Valkus of Shadow? Or are you your own master?
Well, what I do is illegal, so I live below the streets.
Have you considered living elsewhere?
It's not that simple.
What does that mean?
Well,
While this is going on, I'm emptying a flask of oil into the water.
Oh my lord.
My question to you, Mr. Dark Dweller. Do you come to face death, or do you come to simply talk?
well, if there was only one or two of you, I may have fought.
I
But-
told you to fight quick. Did you listen? No. Take it from me. Not listening gets you nowhere.
With allies just around the corner, it is not worth my life.
You've clearly caused enough of a disturbance that attention has been brought to what you've been doing, and we have been hired to do something about it. Perhaps you have been too loud with your experiments down here.
he said.
That very well could be. I have.
Perhaps you should move to a different town or city or elsewhere. The woods, perhaps?
We could help you. We could help you relocate.
I
I wouldn't go
would be
that far.
happy to.
I did not offer that.
Let me
I
let me
have
reiterate.
also been trying to find the one causing the bodies in our home.
Causing the bodies what? Sorry, you cut out.
In our home.
Hey, are you talking about the murderer?
He nods.
So
They're
it's
actually
not
after
your
them as
house?
well.
Insight check.
Do you have information on this person?
I heard an insight check.
I'm super insight checking this motherfucking bastard.
You
Do it
mean?
Also-
now.
I think what you mean to say is, do I trust him?
I'm fucking insight checking this motherfucking bastard.
You can roll whatever you
Okay.
want. It doesn't mean okay.
Go for it.
It's
Natural
not how-
18 plus 5.
Holy shit.
23.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Mother bitch. Okay.
Mother bitch.
So angry.
Wow.
You just hear this little gnome just swearing
So-
in gnomish. You don't even have to say
Alright,
it.
well then,
What,
if
what
that's
is
the
this
case,
creature? What is Vulcus? Is he a minotaur? Like, is that
He-
clear, or is something else?
He is a minotaur.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that
Well-
first guess was correct.
if that's the case, I'm going to ease up and I'm going to start approaching him. I'm taking off the mask.
Oh, right. You're wearing a creepy little wood mask thing.
Yes.
Like a creeper
He
or a
has-
troll, and then he takes it
He
off.
has
with either
his. He has his.
What did you do with the gnome mask I made for you?
That is
no,
still in the
the
backpack.
Goblin,
The
goblin
goblin
mask.
mask.
Ugh.
Goblin.
I don't know, gnome, goblin, whatever.
It's still in the backpack.
They're both
Don't
tiny
worry, Mr.
creatures.
Vinia.
That mask is terrible.
Small creatures are small creatures. It's all the same.
Small
Alright.
creatures.
Hey,
You have to do one thing every game to make sure that your character stays on that like perfect alignment curve, don't you?
Excuse me,
You
Vulcus.
just make sure to make that one line every game that keeps you there.
oh, I know. That's what I do too. I do one that's evil and one that's good every session. You can't fucking move me. Absolutely not. Leave my alignment alone.
I like this because I know that some of you guys have been aware for a little while that at level 5 I'm going to be implementing a dynamic alignment system,
Don't worry, I'm practicing ahead of time.
and some of you guys are just like, I don't care, I'm staying in my alignment anyway, so okay.
Or I'm just playing my character like I should be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You guys are actually, playing your fucking alignments or something. It's almost like that's something you might see in D&D or something sometimes.
It's crazy.
Excuse me, Mr. Vulcus. May I approach you?
History.
I am already approaching.
Yes, but I'm
Okay,
asking
you can't
permission
all approach
first.
him. At that point, you're crowding him. Might be
I'm
just
backing
gonna-
up, so
That's why
Yeah.
I'm asking him first. I'm being respectful.
One at a time, please.
Alright,
I
I'll
I
let-
have my Tinder box out.
He pulls out a pen and like a notepad so that he can give you signatures because clearly
You
that's
see, he's kind of watching you, Lodric, at this point, as you see him. I wouldn't do that. You'll probably kill us all.
it'll take me longer than the rest of you, so I don't care.
Oh, it's true.
That's true.
I can always leave.
I'm just gonna go up to him and say, Well, since talking is your thing here, I am a chameleon tumblefoot, and I'm gonna reach my hand up to greet his.
You guys see he reaches a large hand down and kind of puts a finger out.
Alright, I'm gonna shake
He
his
does his
finger and I'm
best.
going to say, Well then,
Does he pass gas?
He does not.
Oh no.
looks like we are hard pressed to find the murderer.
Well, I assumed you're down here looking for more of my.
Yes, we are down here looking for the same thing, do not worry. They're taking people from up and down. It is a real problem. Honestly, it's a pain in the ass for all of us.
Would
Believe
you,
me.
Would you like to see my dogs?
Sure.
What?
I do
What-
enjoy dogs.
Are they like pets?
The Shadow Hounds.
Yes, they're like pets.
Yes,
He said he was experimenting down here, doing his
they
work.
go get food and things of the like. They sometimes leave the city and bring back deer or elk, depending on how long they're gone. Can survive on it for a little while.
Huh.
When they started bringing bodies back is when I started to worry.
Yeah, that's
That
worrying.
was
Would you have any information, perhaps, on this killer? Because murdering, very bad. We would like to stop murdering and get paid. Mostly that second thing.
That I was gonna
He
say
is
that's
all
not
about getting paid. My question to you is, do you have any sustainable form of getting food down here? Besides going out and hunting people and or elk and stuff.
mm,
I feel like he just told you.
well. Currently, no. We typically hunt. It has been a long last couple of months. They typically don't leave the city as much as they used to. I guess it's what I get for delving into the realm of shadows.
Yes, we get it. Shadows, wonderful. Do you think that maybe living in the city, surrounded by all people who you might apparently be annoying with your shadow hounds, might not be the best plan for the thing that you do?
Mr. Falcus, if I may,
Vakos.
I'm terribly sorry to mispronounce your name, but I come from the Church of Rakdos in the city above, and we'd be more than happy to accept you as a tenant. All I have to do is ask the father there if it would be okay.
Fuck the cult of Rakdos.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Oh,
I like this guy.
That's fine.
Manners, as always.
But still, we do need information on the serial killer.
Yes, the problem is still at hand. And food.
Where did your pets find these bodies? Perhaps you could
Well,
at least tell us that much.
they've found 6. Let's see, if you have time, I can take you back to my home. I have a map of the sewers there. I can show you where they found the bodies and mark them for you.
May I
Sure.
yeah, ask I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. Your dogs. I was studying them. Did you make them?
I did, yes.
I couldn't find anything on them when I was looking. How'd you do it?
Very old magics. They're made fairly similarly to. See, thinks for a moment, trying to remember the word. Is he? Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Yes, it was a wolf pack when I met them. Starving. So I experimented. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of the smell in this part of the sewer.
Again, you could live not in the sewer. Just saying.
I'm going to look around. Are there any rats around?
You see,
Not
you
anymore.
see, he kind of thinks about it. Veneer, see, you helped me out of the sewer into the woods, and I will help you find your killer.
He's more than willing to. You can trust him on this one. He gained something from it. I just give him a look.
Honestly, a man
I was
who
going
walks,
to say sure, why not? But what she said, yes.
a man who hunts the woods is a man who is good enough for me.
Right, this way. As he begins taking you down through the sewers, into, as you guys are moving, you actually see that this connects into more of a tunnel system at a point instead of being sewers. You see that there's an old tunnel system. And almost immediately, Lodric, you notice that this was a place where they mined. So what he is living in is an old mine.
He's been living in an old mine.
And as you
That is
guys
one.
continue to walk down, eventually, you guys walk for probably a good 2.5 hours.
Along the wall, can I talk to Veneer?
Sure.
I'm just gonna look at him. I'm going to say, "Hey, Veneer,
Yes, Macmillan. What is it?
you remember that thing I told you, like, way back when? You know how
You've said a great many things.
if somebody wants to kill you, they will make it very clear.
What is it? Yes, I suppose I recall something of the sort.
Yet another example. And I'm just gonna keep on walking.
What?
Fascinating story, Macmillan. Thank you
That's
once
awesome.
again.
Because
Thank you.
that was back on your guys' trip from Ilbar to.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
Yes,
before
it
you guys
was.
even got
Can
off
I
the
talk
Port
to Volkus?
Ladronos.
Yep.
Before we were
sure.
fresh off the boat for the 100th time.
Like,
I've been on a lot of boats. What can I say?
Yes, you may.
I can talk to Volkus?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can sure. Excuse me.
He kind of looks down to you.
Why the animosity towards the Church of Rectus?
When I started my studies, I was actually living not far from the city. The Church of Rakdos has many followers. You see, he gets almost like an angry look for a moment as he takes a deep breath to calm himself. You see him. You are different from some followers. You belong to the church in the city.
Yes, sir, I do.
Just know that some burn at the effigy of man, and some burn man himself.
You're saying that they actually murder people.
This is a very cruel world. Sorry. Cut off on the last part. I saw that.
Cool.
See him. It is very hard to describe the horrors that you may find beyond these city walls.
It's quite all right. You don't have to go too far into it. But here, I would like for you to at least have this as a peace offering between the Church of Rakdos in the city and yourself. And I prestidigitation out a bouquet of flowers and I hand it to him.
He kind of laughs. You see him. I used to do similar tricks. As he continues to just kind of walk forward.
Let the flowers disappear.
But yeah, as you guys walk, you see that the tunnels turn from tunnels that are hand carved into natural caverns. You notice that the air begins to get stuffy.
I'm gonna start circulating the
It
air.
gets heavier and heavier as you guys are going down.
I'm gonna circulate the old
Heavier
air.
how?
It seems to be getting almost stale, or staler as you guys continue. And
I suppose that would be a problem for some.
as you guys start to come into a large open chamber, you see he takes a step across the threshold, and he turns to face the party as he goes, "Welcome to my home. And if you've never been this deep before, welcome to the Underdark."
Oh,
Eat.
wait.
When did we pass through?
There's
Huh.
other people of dark blood here.
Wait,
The
there's
wind does
the
not touch
Underdark
here.
right under the town? Oh god.
There is an Underdark connection right below the town. Yes.
There's other people. Wait, if what I know of the Underdark is true, there's other people of dark descent down here, isn't there?
What do you mean?
I'm a tiefling. I can say things
People
like
like-
that. Nobody likes me. No,
See-
outcast, everybody who's mean, blah blah blah. Gonna stab you on sight, the usual. No, all that.
See him. Yes, there are several people, denizens of the Underdark, that are quite vile.
Well, I didn't say vile.
Oh, I apologize. I misunderstood what you meant. Though, here, see him point to one of the other two offshooting caverns. If you follow that cavern for about 13 kilometers, you will come across the Svirfneblin city of Underhelm.
The wind does not touch here.
Svirfneblin.
The city of Underhelm?
He nods.
This place is just fascinating.
What city are we under? What's the city on the surface? Just to ground myself in this.
See, he kind of tries to think of like his positioning, and you see him.
Weren't we under the city of Rakdos just now?
Cabell.
No.
Cabell?
He nods.
Thank you.
Wait, the city's not called Rakdos?
No, it's
No.
the cult
the
of
city-
Rakdos, like the god
the-
is Rakdos.
Yeah, the cult of Rakdos has the church in the city. The name of the city is Cabell.
Cabell. Okay, because I had city of Rakdos. Because I was just like, they probably just took it.
Let me check something. I think I might actually maybe have that in the notes somewhere.
It's Cabell. I
Believe.
just didn't know what it was called.
Okay.
Asking
Wow.
questions.
So we're somewhere in Farath Herald, right?
Yes.
We're on the western side of Farath Herald.
You are on the the eastern side of Ferrith Herald.
Oh, is it the small dot or the bigger dot?
It is the bigger dot.
The bigger dot, so we're closer to the northern border of Ferrith Herald.
Yes.
Okay.
Cabela's. That's awesome.
Okay. I kind of need like a "you are here" kind of map that is like on constant update.
Can
And
I
then
go ahead and try
triple
and
Z
circulate
levels?
the
Do you have a Z
fucking
level
accurate-
for this?
I'm gonna have.
Oh lord.
I will talk to the person that made the map for us and see if he can do some updating.
You'll need like a purple version that says Z level for the Underdark.
Yes, that's true.
That would overlay perfectly. It would be so dope.
It would be. Man, that would be awesome. Oh
I'm
man.
gonna go ahead and
We will go over that. But
Yes, we will.
as you guys are sitting and are standing in this room, you can see that this big open chamber. He does have things set up like personal workstations. Like he has a personal workstation on one side. He has like a bedroom on one side. In one area, he has like a kitchen and dining area set up.
He's clearly a spellcaster, right?
Yes. Yeah, he is some kind of spellcaster. He's kind of made that almost abundantly clear. But you can see that he actually lives pretty far beneath the city. As you guys are currently in the upper the uppermost reaches of the Underdark. The place where his cavern sits, his cavernous home sits, is like the somewhere in that area is the line that brings you into the Underdark.
Well, the good news is Scourge cannot follow us here. So that's one point of bonus for just a
lizard
lizard acquaintance of ours.
Oh,
Is he dangerous?
more or less.
I don't
He
think
thinks
now's
he
the
is.
time. I don't think now's the time for this.
Well,
She asked. I decided to answer this time. You're welcome.
Nori, I got a question.
What the fuck do you want, Macmillan?
Can I go ahead and prepare a small parchment that says, "Don't kill me, I'm friendly," with a little heart at the end, and try to stealthily attach this to the back of our large friend?
Oh my god.
If you take your time, I guess we can.
Wait. If he makes it, I can sleight of hand it on the dude. Because you can plant things on people.
Yeah, I
That's
was gonna
true.
go
That's
ahead and
very
attempt
true.
to sleight a hand it on him.
No.
myself.
Yeah,
give
but
me that.
I was gonna say
I'll
she has
see what he's doing. I'm like, give me that.
she probably
I
has
can
an
do that.
incredible sleight of hand. So
Absolutely.
But then again,
No touching.
yeah, I mean,
No, you're not the big friend. You're
Hmm.
only.
I mean,
me.
this was just
I mean,
something I thought
relatively
of on the
speaking.
fly.
I mean,
Hey.
Jesus.
Shut up,
Okay,
Vinia. You're
yeah,
smaller
sure.
than the world.
So
Yeah.
Miss Fine, you can go. I'll say Macmillan, you write it out, and Miss Fine, you may go ahead and make your fucking
Sleight of hand roll?
incredible sleight of hand.
Do I get advantage? Because we're teammates.
Yes, I'm gonna try to help.
Thank you, Blair.
Okay, I rolled a 19 and a 16, so let's see. That's a 27.
Yeah,
I guess that'll do.
that'll get him.
And then I'm gonna go straight to Veneer, Lodric, Ignis, and do not say a word.
Do not say a word.
Apparently.
I just roll my eyes as much as I can possibly do. Like 360.
Oh.
Macmillan, that's a thank you for the tea earlier.
Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry, I just found the note I was looking for earlier. I'm going to send this to you.
Was it under Helm or under Heim?
Under him.
Under Helm.
I see.
The accent really doesn't help. But
Beneath the hat.
Under
Oh.
Elm.
There are 2 A's. Cabal.
Yes.
Talonfoot Barony. I had that. Fareth Herald. Okay.
Yeah. And if you guys haven't noticed, it has 2 A's in it, but I've been pronouncing it Cabal. So,
What?
yeah,
Huh.
it's pronounced as if it is spelled with an E instead of 2 A's.
Should Fareth Herald on the map have 2 R's too?
Typos exist.
Or did you typo?
No, I typoed. I double clicked.
Okay.
That
Cool,
was
cool.
yeah, that was me.
Oh, that pain.
Rad.
Nate.
I want to at some point link our awesome globe to the chat.
Do you want me to go ahead and do that?
I mean, you could do that now.
I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, all right, guys.
Can I ask our friendly Minotaur here one more thing?
Certainly, you guys can say what you would like to him.
Excuse me, Volkus.
Yes.
Can we just go back the way we came in order to get back, or do we have to do something special to get out of the end of the dark?
Well, if you can find your way out, but I wouldn't mind showing you.
What do you say?
I wouldn't mind showing you. I wouldn't want you to get lost in the tunnels.
We do still have things to do above ground, and probably not so many things to do underground as of
We'll
yet.
see about that. There might be stuff in the future.
Kind of see him.
But it's so dark, dreary, and bleak.
Yeah, it's just, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
If you would wish to decorate, there's a whole room around us.
You see,
The entire Underdark is a giant room.
I
That
think it's interesting.
is fair. You got me there. I will give you this one.
I think it's interesting.
Well, you see, he walks over to one of his little workstations as he hands you guys. I don't have this drawn out yet, but he does give you a map of the entire sewer system under the city. As he.
And you don't have a pre-prepared entire sewer system of the city?
Yeah, I know, right?
SMH.
How dare I not have something like a 7-kilometer diameter sewer system prepared for you guys?
I've never been this triggered.
Just randomly generate that shit.
I could. I will provide it to you guys in the near future.
There's a Windows screensaver.
You said that, and I was kind of disappointed in my meme brain because the first thing I heard is the GameCube thing where it starts unrolling.
Oh no! Don't. Yeah, I was gonna say, please don't get me started on that. I will completely go off track now. Not right now. After stream.
Okay.
But yeah, you see that he
Posthumously.
he marks. Has the locations marked on the maps for you guys. As you see, he's pointing out like the locations and where they are into the city as he points to one and explains that this was the first body that his wolves found, and that they were whenever it's underneath what would basically be the slums of the city, like a poorer district in the city. As I said, the city itself doesn't have like slums, but there is a poorer district, and that would be where he says the first body was found. As he is looking into pointing out a couple of the other bodies, you can see it kind of spreads out from there, and then you can see the final body that was found most recently was in a richer part of the town.
More bold.
As you see him, he points to one of them, close to the to one body that was close to the Church of Rakdos, and he goes, "This was found a day ago, and this is the one." He points to another location. He goes, "This is where you killed the last hound you fought." As he points to the most recent one and goes,
Yes. Oops.
"This was last night."
There was another last night.
He nods.
Hey, are you saying there was a murder just at the Church of Rakdos last night?
No,
Easy.
he's pointing to the one.
Sorry,
My
I don't
bad.
know your name. Miss Fine.
Yeah.
Miss
going on?
Fine, do you make anything of this? Is there a pattern that you see?
Oh boy, is there a pattern that I see? Holy shit!
Perhaps you can triangulate where the killer may be
Oh good.
living.
Sorry.
Use that big brain of yours.
Thank you, darling.
Can I give her advantage by telling her that she can do it?
Well, I basically gave her guidance.
No, he's giving me
By
a command
encouraging
and
her.
advantage, and I'm doing it out of fucking spite at this point.
Okay, so, Miss Fine.
Yes. What am I
It
rolling?
seems as if a bunch of people are trying to help you. I would like you to go ahead and roll.
I'm simply trying to get her to realize her full potential in helping me do
Fantastic.
what I want.
I will make this an investigation check. And if it were not for the people helping you, you would be rolling at a disadvantage because you don't know the city.
I am going to spend
But-
this time to fucking aerate this place because this is fucking gross.
Okay, so I'm rolling this straight.
You are going to make a straight roll with a guidance.
Mm.
So 1d4.
Okay, so this is going to be my roll plus the bad bardic inspiration. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, must got a good roll.
You got me into this. Oh, yeah. On the dice, it's a proper naughty 20. That's at 24.
All right. So
Mm.
24. At first, as you're looking at it, your initial thought is that it is somebody of the Church of Rakdos. Something seems to be a little off about that. As you look over the map a couple times to make sure that what you're thinking is accurate, you realize that the pattern has been done very specifically to triangulate onto the Church of Rakdos. It's somebody doing it on purpose.
Kind of like reach out, like absentmindedly staring at it, and I'm like waving my hand, like, Veneer, Veneer, Veneer. Look.
Yes.
See that one there, right? This is all centered on the Church of Rakdos. They can't have been doing it.
And why is it that you say that? Because
We've
it's
been
too
in that church. We've been
too
in that
perfect?
church. They're all very chaotic. There's no way they would have done this. I mean, they were burning effigies and they were having fun and drinking. If they were murdering, you don't think they'd do it exactly around their church, would you?
So you think the pattern is too precise for some people of chaos?
I think we need to be looking for people who are pegging it on the Church of Rakdos.
I wonder who
Somebody
would
who
do
doesn't
such
quite
a
like
thing.
it.
Not necessarily someone who don't like it. Very specifically, someone who's trying to incriminate the church.
Are there other churches in the area, other beliefs that are strongly held in the city of Kamal?
Lodrig. I'm not saying you're a murderer. I'm asking you a question.
I'm not saying you're not a murderer.
Now, hold on, Veneer. It's not the time. Thank you. Logic.
Just being technically correct.
Wow, that's
Yes,
really
he has been
unfortunate.
murdering from a million miles away.
No, we're not saying it's him.
I'm
Dunce.
specifically saying it's not him. Look,
Hey, do
When-
not call me a dance. That is
when
very
you guys, so she, I beg your pardon. The only name I can think of is Macmillan calling her Crow Toes. Lodrig
She
has
deserved it.
connections around
Talonfoot?
here. Yes, Lodrig has connections around here because he's the only reason.
I knew it! It was Miss Crosstoes.
No, it's not. It's not her, I don't think. I think between Lodrig's hate for the church and his connections around here, I think he's a good lead for this. We
You're
need to
saying
get
he could shake something out of the woodwork.
potentially.
That
Better
is the
than
correct phrase, right?
Sure.
I'm not from here, so I mean I've been here, but I've mostly been in Alpine. I've not been in Farith Herald, this part of Farith Herald, in a long time.
Only the bubbly lass is from.
Veneer,
Only her.
you look at
Me?
you see
Yes,
Uh,
you.
Veneer, you see Vakos looks at you and he goes, I'm a little socially awkward too.
Sorry, what did he say? You
Oh.
cut out.
I'm a little socially awkward too.
No, Lacos. It's not you.
Look, it's socially
Oh,
awkward.
it's
Tingan and verbal.
he kind of laughs and he goes, oh no, it's definitely me.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But I was trying to be nice.
But
Vakos, don't worry. You're my new best
I
friend.
had
That said, we do not suspect you in this, or you are clearly too smart to lead us back to you as the target.
I didn't even
Actually,
notice
about that, as Veneer is telling him all this, can I start studying his reactions to see what he's doing? Because I'm not so sure that he's smart enough not to lead us back to him.
He's just a shadowy conjuring teddy bear. Fine.
He's a shadowy
Wait,
He's a
alright.
shadowy conjuring teddy bear who wondered how a rapier could shred him.
I'm a dwarf. I was been alive quite a long time. I should be able to find my way back out, right?
Yeah, you could probably find your way back out.
You like rocks, so you remember which rocks we
If
passed through.
not, I can
you
just
use
stone
a
shake
history
straight
check
to the
with
surface.
advantage.
That's true. You
Oh,
technically could. That would take a use though.
True.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
Negative.
Okay.
I mean, it's like an escape rope. If you're playing Pokemon and you're deep in some place and you're like, I don't know where anything is,
I
kinda
love
worth
that
it.
item so much because all it is you're just like all I imagined is they just like pull the rope out of their bag and then it just goes and flies off into
Excuse
nothingness.
me, rope trick?
Oh Lord.
I mean, that's one way to leave, but then you come back.
That's right. But yeah, you guys see. I can find a place closer to the surface, so you can get in touch with me easier if you'd like.
Wait. DM.
Yes.
I noticed the pattern. Where's it hitting next?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I could have at least a few guesses. And if we can be there, that's important. I'll take as much time as needed. I want to take a guess at where it's hitting next. This is my map now.
Judging by the
You're
numbers,
a bold one.
Judging by the numbers on the map, it seems like it could be one of two locations.
Okay.
One is the town square, or
What?
the Church
Very
of
public.
Rakdos area.
Town square near the Church of Rakdos, right?
Oh, no, I
Yes.
think I know who might be the target.
Or it's going to be in the richer district.
We split the party.
Actually, better idea. It's fine. Do you tell us about this? Do you tell us this information?
I'm looking it over and I'm thinking this through because I'm asking questions and Veneer's noticing it, and that ain't my shtick. That ain't my shit. I'm not being in the wrong. I'll figure it out first.
You're a detective now, Miss Fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. Absolutely not.
When
Just-
I imagine Veneer, I imagine like a Sherlock Holmes robot.
I'll
Wait,
be
you know
Watson.
What?
I'll be
Dude.
Watson.
He's my Sherlock homie.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. He's all our Sherlock homie.
I'm so sorry to everyone watching.
And we just lost 10 viewers.
What was in common between the bodies? Is this something that we could ask him as well? Were they all women? Were they all men? Were they all a certain race? Was there something?
He's right. I don't mean to be macabre, but do you have any of the bodies still?
You see him kind of think to himself. You see him. All of them were women.
Oh,
Middle-aged.
he's going for Miss Crow's toes.
No, hold on.
Shit.
Hold on.
That's
Hold
what I was
on.
thinking.
Pause. No,
Or-
I have a great idea. And I looked
Alright.
over at Ignis.
Calling out Gak. You asked for pause.
Ignis.
Ma'am?
A
You know
woman
how
of
to say it,
Raptors?
don't you?
Of course.
We found bait.
All right.
No, don't worry. Were all these people alone?
When they died, I'm not sure. We just found the bodies.
Now, I could, through magical means, also look similar to Ignis and keep her company and not go too far away when we do this bait thing. Or I could be the bait.
Hold on. There's a few. Here's the problem. Based on what I've seen, there's a few places it could be. They have a few spots left to complete their pattern. Is it a pattern that's just circling around the church, or is it a certain shape? Or
No, it seems as if they're hitting targets within a certain distance from the church.
Trying to make
They're
I
trying to
know-
make it look as if it's going to triangulate on their position, and then either possibly hit the church or hit somewhere else to continue, keeping that circle.
okay.
About that time, you guys do see that as you're continuing to talk about this, Vakos has a seat, and you see him about as you guys have been sitting talking. Some of the dogs have been coming in and out. Some of the wolves have been coming in and out of the chamber, and you can see that as he sits, some of them just kind of walk up and put their head underneath his hand, and after you guys sit and talk for a little bit, a couple of them even drags in what appear to be a deer.
Dear.
Oh
That's
dear.
nice.
Okay. You cut out a little bit for me. Exactly what happened? The dogs came up. He's petting them.
Broad
There's a deer. Well, there's a food.
That's
I'm gonna talk to Gak and why don't you ever do that? Like, do all the under the hand stuff.
I looked to Vok.
I can get like the
May I?
not having a deer, but like
Come on, man.
you could at
look-
least be like nicer. You're a dickhead.
You see, he kind of pokes his head out for a second, looks around, sees how dark it is, kind of looks up at you and goes, and then climbs back into your.
He squeaks back at him menacingly.
McMillan, are you okay?
You feel some really gentle nibbles on your side.
I'm gonna freaking really gently bop him on the nose. I have a general direction where he is. I'm just gonna bop him.
Stop it. twist it.
You
Pull
feel
it.
him kind of lose grip for a second, and then he like, Brand! And you hear, you feel him kind of like skitter around, and then you feel him kind of crawl into your bag.
Alright. I'm gonna let out a little chuckle. I'm gonna go pet the doggy.
Okay. Yeah, you see.
So let me get this straight. I'm going to be bait.
You won't be alone.
You
Mostly
won't be
because if you die, then it'll all be for naught.
That would be very bad.
You could still be useful. I mean, helpful to us in our future adventures.
You're very terrible at hiding your true intentions, by the way. Anyway.
I don't think he's doing that on accident. Look,
she's too young.
look.
What do you mean?
I don't. It's not the time, Veneer. Later. Look,
Um,
I don't think this
No,
is.
Vakos is saying something.
Well, I didn't ask.
all the people that have died are middle-aged women.
Well, Veneer, you could be a lovely-looking woman.
Well,
Yes, I do think
actually,
so as
I
well.
could still help with this. As
Oh,
myself as the grandmother.
I do not, for I was busy.
I do.
Well, Macmillan here decided to scare me, and I faked a heart attack. And rather than being terrified that he just murdered somebody, he tickled me.
You gotta make
cute.
sure people are okay.
That's cute.
So I can always
It's also-
disguise myself as a
It's also
middle-aged
very
woman.
weird.
It's not weird. It is simply checking if they're okay.
Yes, tickling dead bodies is normal.
And then
Nice.
she clearly was not dead.
Everybody
best
has their
time.
kink, Veneer. Everybody has their own fetish.
Look,
It's not a fetish. It is
Alright.
making sure you're okay.
Well
Party
then,
rule number 1, no kink shaming.
I'm not kink shaming at all. I'm sorry, Miss Fine. What were you saying?
there's no point in talking about this if we're not planning. If we ought to find these things and we get paid.
So,
The faster we get paid.
so which of
faster.
these two locations do you think is best?
I think the reason I was suggesting bait is not as much as I would love to have all this stop and just move on. The goal is not to kill Ignis. The goal is to make one more appealing than the other. Then we narrow our options.
You make it sound as if they haven't already decided where they're going to be hunting their prey.
Have you ever done a job and looked for better opportunity? I've done things like this. Not exactly, but I've known people who have too. If there's a better opportunity, you make a last minute switch. Especially if it's someone doing a pattern like this. If they can be the least bit unpredictable, they take it. If they can
Pretty
take
well
out
known as
Yet
well as a member of the Church of
Yet
Rectors.
you notice that the pattern is precise.
the pattern is, well, they kill by pattern. They're making a point.
And how close together is the square outside the Church of Rakdos and the very rich quarter?
They're about the same distance from the church.
In opposite directions. No. Actually, where are these places in relation?
Yeah, they're all roughly like in the radius of the city. They're all roughly half a kilometer radius away from the church.
I have a suggestion.
From each other, though.
They're if you're looking at it, it's a circle around the church. If you were to take and draw, it's literally a circle that's about a half a kilometer out of radius outside of the church, and they're all within like.
So the two
that
are
radius.
anywhere from like right next to each other to a kilometer apart. How?
Yeah,
These two locations that we squared in on, or that we zoned in on.
it's so the reason why she's looking at the two locations is because the church itself the reason why I'm letting her know that is because they're they're obviously trying to show that the church is violent. That's something that she would have gotten just from what she's seeing on the chart. And they are trying to pin it on the church. So it's all equidistance, and she can see that in the rich district, there have been less people killed in the rich district than in the poorer districts of the city.
It's by frequency. I see.
I have a suggestion.
So then the town square would be more.
Yeah,
It would be more public. That's for sure.
But if they can make it look like the church, that's going to do a lot more damage than
in the
somewhere.
church's front yard.
Yeah, where it's more public.
I mean, the common people would assume the church did it, despite the fact that no one would do something in the front yard.
Did you see their ceremony?
Well,
Even I have to admit, it is very violent, but fun.
okay.
There's a point where
It's simply too
what I've
chaotic.
known to be of establishments is they will use violence to make a point, whether it's their people or not. They could bring in someone from the outside, which is why I'm thinking if they're trying to pin this on the church, if we have someone who's actively a member of the church alone, that just makes the bait that much better.
I'm also
Because
very
they-
well known as a member of the church.
They might be wanting to take a hit against the church to prove a point.
Well, you say well known, and yet we know from the information we have that the targets were all older.
How often apart do these things happen?
It started a couple months ago, but you can see that there were 6 victims.
It's been ramping
and
up.
It's ramping up. It's going from a victim a couple months ago to like about a month later there was another victim. Then the next week there was a victim. Then a
They've
few
gotten
days
more
later,
confident.
and then they're very quickly basing themselves in the city more confidently.
And clearly we have to do the constabulary's job for them.
Oh, what job?
Constabulary? You should know this word. The police.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, yep.
If I may say something, if I may bring something up as well, the church actually does have its own security force. They may be able to help us in this endeavor.
No, we can't tell them. That is the easy. Oh heavens! I'm gonna have to teach you so much.
You cut out,
Step
Chili. What's up?
1. I'm gonna have to teach you so much. Step 1: don't talk. You're gonna get caught if you talk more. Step 2: never use the people as a resource. They're gonna try to help, and that's gonna make it worse. It's gonna be too obvious. It's gonna draw too much attention. We have to make this as small as possible.
So we should post. So we should make an assumption. We should all be in one or 2 places and post one scout on the other location. Yes.
Right. What about your drone?
My drone would work for this as it can communicate with me from a long distance.
I'm curious
Is
how
it-
that works.
Is it
Maybe
within
that's true.
range of this?
Yes,
It's within a mile. Yeah. Normal familiar is 100. This is within a mile.
Interesting.
he has a very, very nice familiar.
I'm quite happy with it.
That pack to the chain though.
Pack to the chain.
I
is
don't
wonderful.
know why people want like Hexblade so much.
What? Rude.
There's nothing wrong with. I'm still a hexblade.
I know, I'm joking.
My fucking feelings.
No, I like that pact though. That pact to the chains is awesome. Man, I don't know
And
why.
it's super thematic for my warfare.
Yeah, I don't know why I ever thought that Pact of the Tome was worth something.
Well, Pact of the Tome is more useful if you're going pure warlock because it's based on your warlock level.
Yeah, that's true. But all right, so you guys have a plan?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe we're going to set up bait in that square near the Church of Rakdos, the one that's going to be visible in public, and then I will have my drone, which will keep watch over the other possible location. And should we be wrong, we will do our best to make haste
I
across
can post
town.
myself in mid, or Macmillan can. He beats me every time.
All right.
Well, getting there on your own won't exactly help anyone.
I will keep up with you.
So, are you guys going to go ahead and head back to the surface at this point?
Sure.
We'll we thank Vakos. What's his name?
Yeah, Vakos.
Mr. Vakos,
He
do you
looks-
still want us to take you up on that offer of bringing you up to the surface in the woods?
Oh, of course.
Is
Then
that
do
like a
you-
now thing, or is that a
do-
later
that-
thing?
I think we should complete this task
I-
first.
do not wish to ask you to do something without first doing as I have promised.
So, after this,
And I would much rather see the stars than a dark ceiling every night.
He doesn't have any more of these shadow beasts, does he? The shadow hounds.
Yeah,
He
he has.
does, 'cause
There are
brought him a
shadow
beer.
hands coming in and out of the room currently.
Would it make sense to ask him for assistance in surveilling the second location with the shadow hounds and have them not?
No,
flip
it would
people out?
not, because people are gonna get scared and they're gonna start reporting things and back to not involving security forces.
Well,
You
the
see,
point of
he's-
the point would be they would stay out of people's sight, just
You
like my drone would be invisible.
You see, he kind
Okay.
of thinks about something for a moment as he. You see, he turns and he whispers something into the dog's ear. One of the wolf's ears. The wolf quickly perks up as you see it. Very quickly take off down one of the hallways. And returns a short time later with a still living rat. You see him. I will do my best.
A shadow
gonna-
rat, then.
can I talk to the rat?
I don't trust the things.
He's going to make a shadow rat. It's pretty clear.
Can I talk to the rat?
Doesn't change
Focus.
the fact that I don't trust the dogs.
Well,
Focus.
you won't
Is
have
there
to. You'll
any
have
way-
to trust the rat.
He looks. You see him. You see he walks over to his workstation, and he starts doing a few things.
I'm peeping how he's doing this.
Make an intelligence check.
Hell yeah, let's go.
That is a straight intelligence. Just add the +4
That's
to
fine.
the D20.
I don't care. Don't even give me advantage. I'm ready. I'm ready to roll on that one just because I said that and got all excited. What tarnation? Where my D20 go? There it is. Natural 20.
24.
24. Yeah.
So as you
Disgusting.
kind of, as you're watching, you see. What he does is he sets the creature down.
Sweet, sweet.
You see the rat he puts in a cage, and he does. He makes a few weird. He makes like a weird concoction that he then drip feeds to it, and you see that as the rat starts acting kind of weird, it seems to be like trying to stand on its hind legs and walk like a person. It like runs into the bars of the cage. You see he touches the side of the cage floor, and in the center of the cage you can see a ring drawn on the floor of it begins to light up as after a moment of
No,
Sorry.
sorry.
the rat doing more and more kind of like weird erratic movements, it just kind of falls over for a moment, It seems like it stops breathing, but you can see that its fur is starting to darken as he picks it up, or opens the cage, picks up the rat, puts it into a jar with holes in the top of the jar, and puts that into his bag.
What was that?
It's like a forced possession, maybe?
See him? It's it's kind of a concoction. It's made of the essence of a shadow beast.
Of who?
Essence of Shadow Beast.
It's made of,
Oh,
and then several herbs and other magical components. It infuses the creature with the attribute of the plane of shadow.
what?
They're much stronger in darkness. If you're ready, I believe the rat should be done converting.
Actually, I don't think that's too dissimilar from how Warforged might be made.
He kind of gives you an awkward look.
He's an interest in like Dragonborn or Warforged.
Can I insight check Veneer to
Very
see if he's
much.
like having a good time?
Very
Oh my
much
God, that's
like
deep.
how Warforged and Dragonborn are made, yes. A little different. Warforged have a core
Yes.
that is imbued with living material.
And usually not connected to the plane of shadow.
That is correct. Though I don't see why you couldn't make one that is connected to the plane of shadow.
I worry that might not produce the results you might want.
Probably. Shall we go?
Could I have insight checked Veneer to see if he was either, if piquing the interest of how Warforged are made him either happy or excited in some way?
Well,
Adorable.
I'm not going to roll to contest you, so you're going to succeed, and you're going to realize that he's academically curious.
Curious, but not
curious.
excited or anything.
Well, is your home computer excited when you download a new game from Steam? No, it's just intrigued.
Well, it's not. It's not intrigued either.
I feel like I
Intrigued
should
my
be
ass.
insulted by that.
That's true. That's fair, actually. It's probably insulted because of your shit taste in games. I mean.
So, yes, no, probably not.
It
No.
seems like he's yeah, as he said, it seems as if he's academically intrigued. He is in some way it does kind of pique his interest, but not he's not very forward about it. It's just slight kind of wanting to understand how it works a little bit better.
Yeah, like, ooh, what's that?
Yeah, but it's not like, oh
Yeah.
man, that's awesome. It's kind of like, it's interesting that you can do that with Shadow Beast too.
Alright.
Still don't know that Veneer's a Warforged, don't I?
You don't.
Nope.
You do not.
Only Macmillan knows, I believe.
You told me, and
no,
I
Miss
was
Fine
like,
knows.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
Macmillan
right.
and Miss Flag.
I did reveal it.
And then you were like, well, fine, whatever. I didn't want it.
And
See,
yeah,
At least
she's
I'm not
just
alone.
like, yeah, I kind of figured. You were like, you're a straight bitch.
Yeah.
Moral of the story is, you're a total bitch.
I
Alright,
didn't
so you
use
guys.
those words.
It's a quote.
Lucas, one more thing before you
But I thought them.
do us away. In and make it so the dogs don't attack us, so we can avoid another altercation?
Of course.
I thank you very much.
As you see, he whispers once again. Whispers something into one of the dogs, one of the wolf's ears. As you see wolf's ears. You see, man, one of the wolves' ears. As you see, it kind of bows its head and waits for others to come back to pass along the information.
It's gonna be a fun game of telephone.
Don't attack them. Don't attack them. Attack them? No, don't attack them. Attack them. Got
At
it.
the end, it's gonna be like,
They have
give
rabbits
them
in their
a
hands.
nice dinner.
Shall we head up?
They're carrying
Sure.
rabbits and champagne.
Let's get going.
Okay, so you guys take the couple-hour trek back towards the
There's
the
an elf
surface.
named Blaine.
When are we coming back for Valkness, though? For Valkus.
Later.
Well, he's showing you guys back to the surface.
Ah, okay. I assume we leave later tonight after we catch the murderer, or tomorrow night.
As you guys make your way back to your entryway into the sewers, you see Vakos helps you guys climb out of the sewer as he hands up a jar with a now converted rat inside of it.
Oh
Is
my
it
god!
still
do I have a shadow
considered
buddy?
a beast?
Do
It's
I have a
it's
shadow
been
buddy?
so this thing has been pickled in shadow juice.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Is it still considered a beast? For the
This-
sake of, can I still communicate with it?
It is still considered a beast, yes.
Cool.
Did he give it to me?
He is handing it up to the party.
I'm taking it first.
What?
As
I
he
don't even know
then
how it works. Make no way.
he also takes 30 seconds to go ahead and use the spell Prestidigitation to clean all of your clothes and the stench away from you. As if,
Not myself. Thank you.
see, let me know how it goes. I will stay here in the sewers.
But did he notice the sign?
I'll give him an eighth of a pound of tea, and I'll say, that should help you,
It's a
remember the
fuck ton.
taste
No
of...
need. No need.
Exactly. There's no need. It's on me.
He's
Yeah.
like, I drink sewer water.
Oh
You
lord.
see, he takes the tea after a moment as you see him. All right, as
Cheers.
you see, he takes a pinch of it out and just starts gnawing at the leaves.
No. You boil it in water, and then you drink
I
the water
know
of it.
how
Yes, yeah.
tea works.
Thank you. Because a certain someone, and I glance over towards a Mr. Lodrig.
It's fucking disgusting.
So I am just
Beneath
clarifying.
So you guys have been
Really-
gone for several hours from the surface.
Say one thing. I just want to say thank you to him and let him know that we'll be back for him soon.
So it's midday. It's like
It
almost
is.
noon.
Yeah, it's about midday, between noon and like 1 o'clock.
One question before I forget: did he notice the sign? If I
No, it's on
check,
his
is it
back.
gone? Is
He
it still
did-
on his back?
No, it is still on his back.
Yes.
So rude.
Hey.
He got rouged.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
All right, so
When was this emissary supposed to arrive? And is this a public thing? The emissary speech.
this
Is it speech?
the emissary's arrival is a public thing.
Okay. Did we knew when that was going to happen, right? That's like around.
You guys weren't exactly sure when that was going to happen. You know that they were doing a bunch of setup for it starting really early in the morning.
So what's happening now?
So as you guys are, yeah, that will work out for me. As you guys are, you can see that there's a crowd gathered.
Mhm.
Um, standing on the
This must
opposite.
be for the emissary.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of shimmying your way out of this uh, like alleyway that seems to be more of a road to you guys than most roads are. You find yourselves kind of moving into the crowd slowly, as you can see on the opposite side of the courtyard from where you saw the people drawing the circle earlier is the small entourage
Bodies.
of Lady
Oh,
Talonfoot.
man.
As you guys actually see the circle, where that circle is being drawn, you can see that they've made these kind of set up this massive archway. It's about 100 feet wide and about 25 to 30 feet tall.
Is this a portal?
It is a portal. It has not
What?
opened yet,
It is?
but you can
Neat.
see as on either side there's the two men wearing robes just standing there, unmoving, hands behind their backs.
Irvindale is very high magic. Holy shit.
As you see, one of them suddenly moves, pulls a stone from a hidden pocket in his robe. He stands for a moment as he turns to the other and nods. You see, they both begin casting the spell that they have been waiting all day preparing for. You guys see this massive archway just begin to light up in the center. You can see particles coming off of the center of this archway, and then, like a drop of water hitting a pool, you see it ripple
Stargate.
as an image begins to appear.
It's Stargate.
You were
Believe it or
such a
not,
nerd. I swear.
which is funny because I didn't remember that from Stargate because I haven't watched it in like 15 years.
It's a Stargate. You made a Stargate.
That's awesome.
I was thinking more Nether portal.
Same.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, the Stargate does a single like splash of water kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh,
That
it's an
sounds
aether portal.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched Stargate, but now that I'm thinking back to it, you're right. It is kind of Stargate-ish. It's a really good way of explaining it. There you go.
Fucking nerds.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
as the image as the portal begins to even out, and you can see the image on the other side. The first thing that you see is two individuals in magnificent armor step forward. An elven woman, probably in probably middle to middle aged to the latter end of middle aged, steps through.
We found the next victim.
Standing next
No, that's
to
you.
her,
what?
standing next to her is a elven man, whose hair is completely white at this point. You can see that his cheeks are very fallow, but he is still walking with the stride of a fighter. You see, they march in a single, very tight formation between the two of them, walking forward. As they stop at a very precise point, you see both of them just turn as they wait. And a moment later, you can see what looks to be a single line of infantrymen on the other side of the portal begin stepping forward. And you realize that the line isn't a single line. Each line is approximately 20 men long, and you can see that there are 25 rows.
Show offs.
You can
So
see
they Nami.
there are 25 rows, and as they're marching forward, you can see that the force is split. Each of them carrying banners and wearing armor that matches the armor and banners of the two that initially stepped forward.
Wait, what is this armor from? What are these uniforms from?
This is Alphen.
This is
right?
Alphengard.
Alphengard.
Interesting.
You can see each of the that they are share. They do have the single cross spears of Alphengard with the helmet emblazoned in front of the spears. You can see that there's a single file bearer on either side carrying the pennant flag of Alphengard itself. One of them is carrying a pennant flag with a stag, and the other one is carrying the pennant flag of a pink rose.
Okay.
As you guys watch 500 men file through the portal as their personal entourage coming into the city. After the rank and file stop, you see the two turn to each other and give each other a gesture as they then simultaneously turn, and the entire rank and file step forward in line with them as they proceed across what is left of the this open area of the courtyard or of
I'm behind.
the
Fucking
city
idiots.
square.
Absolutely not.
Would it be possible to stealthily elemental attunement?
What was that, Miss Vaughn?
They all turn
So-
to face you. They all fire their lasers.
I'm firing my laser.
I'm just curious.
Miss Vaughn, what did you say about Ignis? Hey.
I'm just casually not.
Yeah, is it
being
possible to stealthily elemental attunement?
Under this situation, I would say probably not.
Damn.
Can he try?
I mean, you can try. I'm not saying it's a smart idea.
Yeah. No, never mind.
What?
Whatever. It's a probably not, and I don't want to actually die because I pranked a nerd.
Got him.
But yeah, you see the as the two leaders of the forces make it up to Crow Talonfoot, you see they all exchange proper sentiments with each other, proper gestures of peace, and you see Crow says something and kind of like giggles about it. The two leading the force kind of look to each other, completely stone-faced, look back to her, and you see she stops laughing
That joke fell flat.
and just kind
Tough
of
crowd.
awkwardly shows them to where they will be staying.
Oh no.
Oh, tough crowd. Miss Crow's toes
And-
falling flat.
With that being said, as the crowd
Where'd it
begins to
go?
disperse, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
I had so many
Yay.
questions.
And there's a murderer standing in the middle. Roll initiative.
It turns out the entire small
Literally,
army that just walked
I've
through
been
is
writing
the
down
murderer.
questions for like
I have
10
been
minutes
waiting for you.
straight, and you're like, And after that, I'm like, I swear to God, no.
I really wanted to make one of them pee themselves.
Okay, so
I know that's
so you guys have questions. I will.
no,
There's
no.
always questions.
I am gonna go find someone and talk to them, but somebody fucking had to say.
You know what?
Oh.
Actually, no. Should I do it?
Make a note about who you would like to talk to, and we will cover that next week.
I don't know exactly. Whatever.
So I was this close to using suggestion on Vakos, but it turned out we didn't need to.
He's just a cool guy.
I'm just.
I
I'm
know
just-
he's our new best friend.
Oh,
Well, like there's a couple
Yeah.
ways that could have went down, which was
What?
either.
I wasn't sure
which
if,
where I could have blown us all to hell.
if it were going to go hostile. I would have suggested that he just leave the city
I was gonna
Right.
fucking.
and never return. Wahahaha.
I was gonna make him fucking trip and fall, and it was gonna be fucking hilarious.
God.
All right,
I
so
was so excited.
is there anything you guys would like to ask before we shut
Nope.
down the stream?
Oh,
I'm
asked
glad
my
that
question.
Vakos was not out for blood.
Debating if I should
Yeah.
use Valkyrie on somebody.
well, everybody else who is watching, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Be sure to follow
Yeah,
Nick
just-
on Twitch. Subscribe to the
Yeah,
channel.
make sure to follow us on,
absolutely.
on Twitter.
All the
If we have, I don't know.
I have all the old episodes. They're not.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yet.
We do actually have a
We
YouTube
do
channel.
have a
Holy
YouTube
They're not
channel.
all
I
up
have a YouTube
last I
channel.
checked.
They are not all up, but they are uploaded and privated currently because
Wow.
I have been not having a great last couple weeks, as you guys know.
Yeah.
Like gotten sick a couple times, done other things.
Why am I
but,
still in jail?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's for your own good.
Well, yeah.
It's for your-
all right,
yeah.
guys. So
Oh,
everyone,
thanks for listening.
say goodbye.
yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys
Adios,
had fun.
amigos.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Yo.
Tune in next time.
And
Till next
Will, if
time,
you're watching,
advertise
you
for
are-
us so we
Hey.
don't have to.
That would be awesome if we could get that. But all right, guys, have a
All right.
wonderful night.
Yeah, see you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Peace.
Adios, Pablo.